Oh, hey, we're live.
What's going on, everybody?
Oh my gosh, out in the world of YouTubery.
I know. We're streaming over the airwaves, man.
Yeah, it's exciting. Should we tell them what we're doing?
I think you should run it down to them. You know, bring everybody around.
So here's the biggest benefit to community, not competition in the YouTube world. All right. So Johnny Clyde messaged just 15 minutes ago and said, Half-Fast and Narxoleptic, will you please jump on while I attempt to break my personal best record of 30 wing challenge from Buffalo Wild Wings. Sorry, I literally had to take notes. We went through it one time. It was like, how fast can we get here? He's like, get us live, get us going. I'm so excited. I've never commentated on a sports event, so you guys are gonna get it today.
Yeah, me either. Yeah, I ran out through the rain with my laptop, just huddled it all the way out to shop, and here we are.
That's awesome. So what I can understand is it's an original buffalo flavoring from Buffalo Wild Wings. It's 30 wings. He's attempted it in the past, and so he's trying to beat that record time. Now, he's never done the buffalo sauce. The last sauce. We'll have to see if he can jump on in a minute. He's getting all of his video stuff set up right now. If folks that are watching can see the glass there, it actually has his phone in it with a timer on. So he'll hit that. He'll run through. I also have my phone here that I'll run a timer while he's doing it as well.
Nice. I hear a lot of pre-game action happening in the background. Get his game face on.
That's right. What do you think what would you do to get ready for a 30 wing challenge?
Well, I would probably do a lot of meditation first off while I cover myself in hot wing sauce, just to be in the moment. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just to try to clear my mind, be in the space. What about you?
Man, what I would do, I'm going to show you. I would stand up and I'd go,
hello.
Stretching. Pre-game stretching. Oh, there's Johnny Clyde.
There he is, right there. Hi, buddy.
Sounds good.
Hey, you're on with us. Are you excited?
Yeah, you're live. He doesn't. I think his volume's off.
Oh,
yeah, because he can't have distractions. He's in the zone now.
Zone it up.
Look at it. Look at his eyes. They're like pure balls of steel with concentration.
It's amazing. I'm motivated. I want to eat wings now. I want to eat it bad. I'm trying to jump on his channel so I can share it out, so everybody can come along with us. Shoot. So if I get the double feed here in a minute, I apologize.
Let me go on my little handheld internet machine and do that too.
Yeah. So everybody jump on real quick while we get this thing started and share this live feed over to your Facebook. And make sure you hit that like button.
I've got like nothing on my Facebook. I don't have time to do Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook. So I'll just do it on Instagram, I guess.
There you go. Hey, what about TikTok? You do TikTok?
I don't. For a computer guy, I'm kind of an idiot when it comes to social media. Like I can build computers and all that, but like I don't know too much about like a lot of social media stuff. Until just recently, I was only on Facebook on my personal account with my friends.
Nice.
It was only this that started the Instagram thing and all that. So I could learn a lot from you, so I'll have to tap you for some info.
Hey, listen, I'll tell you, Johnny Clyde's on TikTok. If people that are on here aren't following him on TikTok, you need to go do that. He's hilarious over there. His, it's basically like the YouTube Shorts of a social app. He is hilarious, always making jokes. Look at him over there. I'm blown away at the focus he has. Look at him.
Oh my God.
He's in his zone.
Doing the stretches. He's doing the stretches that you said.
I've seen it. Oh, look, he's back and forth. He's getting ready. Oh, man.
Stretching it.
He's showing it to him. God. Yep. This is going to be right now. This video will drop tomorrow night for everybody that is watching it now. Okay, so he's getting ready to set his timer. I'm going to set my timer at the same time. I think he's showing us. Ooh, Ooh, that looks so good. Hey, people in the comments, tell us what's your favorite sauce from Buffalo Wild Wings?
Yeah, I want to know.
Is he starting? What's he doing? Come on. Do you guys have Buffalo Wild Wings way up there in the frozen north?
We do. They're okay.
Does their service suck there too?
It's not great. But you know what? It's like they try. Like all the girls there, they're pretty young. So I mean, you know, I don't know if it's their first job or what. You can't be too hard on them. You know what I mean? Like I try not to be a douche when I go in, or a bad person when I go into
right
restaurants.
Now I'm looking here at he's got a Pepsi.
Oh,
but he's eating them with a fork, so they must be boneless wings. So 30 boneless wings, because you can't eat regular wings with a fork. You just can't do it.
That's high society, though. The fork, that's upper class stuff.
Yeah.
But I already knew that about Johnny Clyde.
He's fancy. He's real fancy. I tell you, I've got to get me some of that Johnny Clyde merch. I've got to upgrade my wardrobe. I think I've worn this brown shirt 5 times this week.
I know. I'm lacking on the merch, man. I'm trying to get everybody's merch, but I would be like taking out like a loan to buy everybody's merch.
I'm telling you, I had to cut myself off. I was spending. Do we have a first burp already?
I don't know. He's sweating. I see.
Man, I think he's 5 buffalo wings in.
Man alive. He's just, I don't know what to say. He's choking to death or he's loving it. I don't know.
Margaret, help that dude.
Yeah.
God, dang.
You said this is which sauce? I missed it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, this is a Buffalo Wild Wings original
sauce.
Original buffalo sauce is what he said.
Do you know offhand how well Bobby Clyde does under the pressure of the spice? Is he good with it?
It's looking like he's having a little bit of issue there.
Struggling.
I think I saw him say it was hot. I'm a little nervous. Pepsi probably isn't the right choice.
No, I have to agree with you on that one there. I think that's going to do him wrong down the road, you know, the carbonated beverage.
Yeah, he's going to be burping and not have any room to do anything with.
Exactly. I mean, he's going to town, but I don't know. It's rough. I think that you and I would do it differently, but I can't hold it against Johnny Clyde. He's got his own thing.
Yeah, I'd probably just tip that bucket up and pour. How many boneless chicken wings do you think you could fit in your mouth?
Oh, mine at one time? I don't know, man. Maybe 3?
I would say 3 is a bunch. You know, I was thinking 3, maybe 4 if they were small.
Yeah. There's some of them out there that are just ginormous. There's no way.
Yeah. Probably not the Buffalo Wild Wings ones.
We should qualify that. Do we want to live afterwards? Because we could probably fit more in if we want to choke to death.
Yeah, right. That's right.
Yeah.
Oh, look at him. He's having a hard time there.
Struggling a little bit. You know what? But that's a fierce competitor that he's dealing with. An entire bucket of wings.
Yeah, that's meant for an entire family. I mean, that bucket would probably feed a small helping of children right there.
That's right. It's like, an entire country could be saved if he would just give it away. But, you know, I might have chosen like the garlic Parmesan because I kind of go for showing it off. He's like bragging about it.
Yeah, he's eating. I think we're at 8 or 9.
Man,
I think he's having a hard time with the sauce. I think he's having a hard time with the heat.
Yeah. Do you hear the rain? Is the rain?
Oh man, it's a beautiful sound.
Well, sometimes it gets overwhelming, and this metal roof. I don't want it to kill everybody's ears.
Yeah, that's mine too, man. Anytime I'm out there and I'm recording, it's so hard to just keep going. All right, so we are at 3.5 minutes here. I think we've probably got. I mean, has he eaten 9, 10? Oh, there's Margaret's hand. She does exist.
He's switched off.
What's he drinking there? Margaret, tell us what he's drinking.
We need to know.
Come on, I don't know, bro. I'm with you.
Looks like water. I think it's water.
I don't. IDK, bro, over here says he thinks Johnny can do it. I think he can too, but I believe in him. He's our hero. He's talking about it in his gut there for a minute.
I have faith in him. I have faith in Johnny. And he's going to become victorious in this battle against the chicken wings.
Yes. Come on, Johnny Clyde. Big old glass of water. That's hey, thanks, Margaret. That's awesome. She gave him a big old glass of water. That's got to help some. Woo. He has moved to the couch. He's standing up.
Shake it off. Shake it off, Johnny. Shake it off.
I don't know if I'd shake all that stuff up. That may be a bad idea, but it'd give you more room. Like if you blow chunks in the middle of it, what does that make it?
Yeah,
okay?
but he's pushing it closer to the exit, so you don't want to do that.
That's a good point. What's up, Stuff with Cletus? How are you, sir?
Stuff with Cletus, what up, homie?
Right, man. This is fun. All right, so let's. How many do you think that you could eat in 10 minutes?
You think Cletus?
You think you could get? You think you get 15 in 20 minutes or 10 minutes?
I might be kind of chubby, but I don't eat a lot. I can't eat big meals. I just can't do it. So I could probably do 6 or 7.
Yeah, there you go.
Like normal size.
I have a funny story.
There.
I talked a whole lot of trash, which is typical of me when I'm going to be in a competition, and I fail miserably, which is the fun part. You know what I mean? Like, I enjoy the camaraderie that a competition brings. And so I called out this guy for a hot dog eating competition one time, and I thought I could eat 6 hot dogs with buns in 10 minutes. You know how many I ate? Two in 10 minutes. I was like, my kid can eat that many.
Were the buns slowing you down?
Yeah, it was brutal on the bun. I couldn't get through it.
Have you ever seen anybody try the saltine cracker challenge?
Oh yeah. You just can't. Like ouch! Come on in here. Get this cat out of the way.
Johnny's working it, man. He's going deep. Oh, your cat's awesome.
Yes, he's huge. His name's Hank the Tank. Stuff with Cletus over here saying he was just thinking about going live, tearing down this junk engine.
Nice.
Dude, do it. Tear it down, man. Go live. We love it. Everybody wants to see it.
All right, I gotta I have to do my Johnny Clyde Eats thing right quick.
Yeah.
Posted to Instagram. But this isn't showing up right now.
Yeah, Stuff with Cletus, I agree. We need to come down in the Narx cart. Now that the turbo has proven itself, come down. I'll bring Johnny Clyde with me, and we'll go through some drive-thrus. My thought is we would do drive-thrus in the cart, and we could do, like, you could get an entree somewhere, and Johnny Clyde could teach us how to understand the tastes and flavors of chicken, like a chicken sandwich or something. And then we'll go somewhere else and get fries, and then we'll go somewhere else and get dessert. Just,
oh, man.
Make a night of it.
That's a good time right there.
I'm telling you. We just got back from the Drag and Drive event. I drove the Narx cart 400 miles in 3 days.
How'd that go?
It went so good. The car's so slow. It's with the turbo installed, it's the same speed as it was before the turbo.
Really?
Yeah. So we're going to turn the boost up a little bit and see what happens. So
how does that work?
Well, because I've got such a light spring in the wastegate.
Oh.
And it has so much exhaust volume. So we basically were the factory wise under the seat. We just looped it around and went back forward with 2.5-inch exhaust. So there's a ton of exhaust volume, and that's what kills turbo. Everybody talks about turbo lag. That's why you have turbo lag, is because there's so much exhaust having to get to that. So same thing. So is it weird that I find the rain relaxing a little bit?
Oh, is it? Can you hear it a lot?
Oh, I can hear it. It's not bad though. It's good. Cool.
It gets pretty ridiculous. I've got these on.
Yeah.
So they kind of noise cancel to a degree. But if I had my regular mic, it'd be nuts. Oh, Johnny Clyde had to stand up. He's shaking it off again. Whew. He's pulling up the shirt. He's sweating.
He may be sweating there. I think he is. I can see it on his knees. He's got sweaty knees.
I think a different wardrobe choice would have been in order for this challenge. What do you think?
Like just some undies, I think is probably all I'd have been in.
Well, you might have been demonetized.
Undies and a tank top.
Yeah, I was thinking those sports shirts that wick moisture.
Oh, that'd have been perfect. And a fan blowing on me.
Oh yeah, fan would have been good. Where's Margaret with the fan? Come on, Margaret.
Margaret, hey, take that Christmas tree down over there, Margaret, and fan him with it.
I'd love to see that. That'd be awesome.
Great. All right, so we're back to drinking water. He's had a lot of water. I'm real concerned about the water.
I'm thinking the water's gonna finish him. You know what we should do sometime? The next time he does a challenge, we'll have a counter. So every time that he eats one, maybe he can count it up.
That's what I should have done. Sorry, I'm trying to get the sun out of you guys. There we go. We should have been counting how many nuggets he's eaten, or boneless wings. Sorry, not nuggets.
It would have been tough to do that and commentate. I think Johnny might have to hit a little thing or something like that. Or
yeah, that'd be great. Like ding, ding, ding every time. Stuff
like
Cletus over here says he thinks he could do 30 boneless wings, but he'd probably fail under the pressure of the video. So it's happening to all of us.
That's something we never even addressed. Johnny's doing this on a video, you know.
Yeah, and we're live right here. He's gonna edit this video later. So what'll be cool, and a lot of times people don't get to see this side of the backstageness of it. You know, this is him leaning back and resetting and understanding. I don't know, bruh. Says milk would probably help more. I'd sure hate to mix some buffalo sauce and milk. Oh
yeah,
he's wiping his face now.
Whew. We're trying. So now I'm not going to say this is what's happening, but some athletes act a lot, you know, make it seem like they're doing a lot more than they are. Do you think that Johnny's doing this for the camera, or do you think this is straight up legit, the pressure of the wings?
I think it's got to be the pressure. Look
Stretching.
at him stretching. Oh, standing up. Maybe he's got a fart. Who knows?
Oh, goodness.
Man, I can't imagine. Stuff Cletus is saying, "You got this, Johnny. You got this. Let's go."
Nice. I don't see the chat, so.
Oh, so to the right of your screen, it'll say private chat, and that would be for like us.
Oh, I got
and then you'll have comments. So if you just select the comments there, you can see it all.
There, got it now. Thanks, buddy.
All right, he's handing off the water. No more water.
He's like, I can't do this water. Woo, he's smoking. Oh.
Come on, Johnny. Come on, bud.
You got it, buddy. Yeah, when it comes to the heat, like
it's a refill. It's a refill.
Man. I don't know if I'd go that route. Like Cletus is saying, something like lactose or chocolate milk, something with some sugar, tends to help out with the heat some.
He's having a hard time here.
He is. He's struggling. Do you know, roughly, take a guess. How many wings do you think he's down by looking at the bucket?
I would think we're probably around 12. Margaret, can you drop in and tell us what we're at on wing count here? Let me open up the live stream. I think we're probably around 12.
It was, I don't know, bro, that mentioned the milk thing. I thought it was Cletus. So shout out to I don't know, bro, IDK. Yeah, boy, he's struggling. I think he didn't stretch enough.
It's what it's got to be. Margaret, also, did he eat lunch?
Oh, good point. Good point.
You know, like you almost got to get your body ready. You know, you got to.
That's right.
Oh, yep. Hey, he says about 15 left.
Whoa.
Or she says about 15 left. I'm impressed, and we are at we're at 13 minutes. That's like a wing a minute. Come on, bud. You're in the home stretch. Yep.
Look at him. It's deceiving. It's deceiving because, you know, the way that they make those little buckets, they pinch up at the bottom, which raises the food up. So I can't tell how many are actually in there. You know what I mean?
She says this is his first meal. Whew, man, he's in trouble. There he goes.
So let me ask you. Let me get your thoughts on this. If you eat first, at some point during the day, it would like stretch your stomach out, I guess, right? Prep you for the second meal. But if you haven't eaten since the night before, your stomach would, I guess, shrink up some. What do you think?
Hey, that's a great point. That is a great point. I didn't think about that because, you know, like maybe you have breakfast, but so by the time you get to that point in the day, you're going to be hungry. Your stomach's going to be small. Right. You're just going to be cramming that stuff in there and it's going to fill up quick. That's a good point.
I wonder if he needs to try that strategy out next time.
Yeah,
have
that's
like a good
idea.
breakfast and then.
Yeah, we need to do this tomorrow. We need to have him do this tomorrow.
There you go. We'll just keep doing it every day.
Yeah, he'll be like, if I eat another chicken wing, I'm going to kill someone.
We'll work him up until he gets to like the Carolina Reaper pepper, where he's like
where he just can't eat more than one.
Yeah, he's just eating straight lava at that point.
Yep.
Oh man, he's struggling, but I got faith in him. I think he'd pull it off.
Is he moving it around down there? I can't see.
I don't know.
I think he is. That's what I'd have to do.
He's like massaging it in, stretching it out.
Work down.
Got it.
Yep. Stuff with Cletus saying over here intermittent fasting to help you get that in.
That'd be the ticket probably.
You see that head shake? I don't think he's enjoying this anymore. I think we need to do like a 10 boneless wing challenge. I think 10 is the number.
Yeah. Well, eating them fast too. That's rough.
Yep.
You know.
Yep. Yeah, I think 10. If you could put 3 in your mouth at one time, you could be done with 10 in like 3 or 4 minutes.
Okay. So, here you go. I got a solution. All right. So rather than having the sauce on it, which would slow you down, he's obviously struggling with the heat. You just slather them in Vaseline so they slip down your throat.
Right in and right out.
Can you imagine eating Vaseline?
He's praying. He's praying.
Poor Johnny's taking a knee. Yep. Johnny Clyde, you got this.
Come on, bud. We believe in you. I mean, think about this. He's been eating boneless chicken wings with nothing else for 16 minutes. No thanks. That doesn't sound like any fun to me at all.
No.
Have you been following his chicken sandwich thing? This boy's
been trying,
He's gonna be a chicken at the end of this thing.
For real. Like the last one that I got to see, I got to catch up on it, was the Popeyes and another. We don't have a lot of the chains that he covers. We just don't have them here. So I couldn't even try those if I wanted to.
I got you. We'll mail you some. That's what we'll do.
Heck yeah. That'd be awesome.
Yeah. 4-day-old chicken sandwich. That sounds real good.
Delicious. I know. Well, once everything settles down, I'd like to get the D150 rolling and take a trip out and meet everybody.
Oh, dude, bring it on. I'll buy wings and beers and fuel for you.
Heck,
you come all the way down here.
The fuel might be rough in it. I don't know if you want to do that.
Yeah, I ain't gonna buy all of it. I'll buy you a tank.
Nah, just a beer would be good.
Yeah, I'll get you back into Missouri for sure.
Nice.
Get out of here.
You'd
have a ton of fun.
Oh, I'm hoping so. I don't think I can make Power Tour this year, but I'm hoping to make Power Tour next year.
Yeah, man. That'd be great.
That's the plan. So.
It's so much fun. And I think we were having the conversation with Eric. It's just a blast, like that many car guys around that many car guys. But I'll tell you, my favorite part was the hotel parking lot. Because like during the day, and driving. I love the driving with everybody. It's always cool seeing all the different cars and pictures and all that kind of stuff. And then, you'd pull up and it was just like a car show when you get to the location, and people are dodging everywhere and going doing their own things. And then you get to the hotel, and man, there were some nights where we'd sit out in the parking lot of the hotel till 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. And we were in Little Rock, I think. And one of the guys got his like big block Camaro out and did the gnarliest burnout I've ever seen. Right down the middle.
I gotta stop you for a minute. I gotta stop you. Okay. Johnny Clyde is sweating. He's dabbing. I don't know if he's about to call it. I don't know. We might have a stoppage of play here. Hang on.
I'm nervous. I'm real nervous.
I didn't mean to cut you off, Narx. Hang on.
No, hey, Johnny Clyde is number one important right here. Oh,
Oh, he's going back in. All right, good. Woo.
He's gonna eat these 30. Yes, this is exciting. I would have never thought I would have been this excited about boneless wings, but I love it. Yeah, me too.
I'm sweating over here.
I feel bad. Like my camera is like right there. It goes. How about that? That a little better?
Oh,
now I'm not blinding everyone. Okay.
Oh, it was all right. Probably I'd say I don't know, probably 9 left.
Yeah, I would say we're single digits for sure. Margaret, can you chime in there live on the scene on site?
Maybe less than that. How many was it last time? 15.
Yep. So I would think you're probably close around 9. He's having a hard time.
That's a lot of chicken, man.
I mean, a lot. And the buffalo sauce, it's good, but you think about it, you probably generally only eat 6 or 8 of those, and you're like, ooh, this is kind of spicy. But now it's like, whew.
Right, totally sauce overload. But he's handling it like a champ. Johnny Clyde, the true professional.
Yeah, Margaret's saying 13 and a half is what we have left. Whoo-hoo. He gonna be in trouble.
Is that more than it was before? Maybe there was a miscount. I don't know. We'll have to go back to the video.
Yeah, she said 15 last time, but we'll see. Man, he's back up. He's back up.
He's worked hard for that, little bit that he's eaten since then. But
yeah,
let's also look at this athlete here. He is not a big man. Johnny Clyde is not a giant dude. So
let's see what
your stomach's the size of your fist.
Oh man, think about that. Buffalo Wild Wings. Let's see, boneless wing calories. Let's see what we got here. Holy moly. I'll give you a guess over or under on 5 chicken wings. Okay. Over under 280 calories.
Wait, what?
For 5 chicken wings, is it over or under 280 calories?
Oh, I would guess way over.
Yep. It's 300 calories. So it's 60 calories per wing.
Of the boneless ones?
That's what it says here. Boneless wings. I don't know what the sauce does though. Let's see if we can pull this up.
Because you've got the breading on top, which is all carbs.
Yep. Let's see. Boneless.
Interesting. Good stats to have in this competition. He's going to have to go for a run later. Something.
Yeah, he's going to be. He's going to have to do some stretching.
Do something.
Let's
I have
see.
a feeling that there's going to be a whole lot of bathroom time in his future.
Next few days.
Yeah. I don't want to be in that house. Poor Margaret.
Oh my gosh. Hey, in 6 wings there are 20 carbs.
Really? What?
So think about the amount, and that's probably. I can't pick out the.
Do you see that he took his hat off? He is. Oh man, he's working it hard to take the Johnny Clyde signature hat off. Oh my goodness.
How many do you count there, Margaret? How many do you count? I saw him say 10. Holy moly! See 1, 2, 3,
my
4.
God.
I mean, there's 8 or 10 there for sure.
Johnny Clyde.
Come on, everybody! Give him some support. Give him some support. Support in the chat.
You got it, Johnny Clyde. Oh man, that's a lot of chicken left. That's like three meals for me. I couldn't. Oh, what a trooper!
I'm telling you what. Hey, Margaret, jump in there and eat about 6 of them things.
The magic of TV, just cutting at it.
Yeah, well, no, you see her hand in there, just sneak in and grab one.
Yeah.
Ooh, 13 left. He's in trouble. Ooh.
I mean, he was struggling about halfway through. I mean, I'm kind of starting to think it was what we talked about before. He didn't have a good enough warm-up. Wasn't the right preparation, but I don't fault him for that because he's not a professional, power eater.
Yeah. And 30 is a bunch. 30 is a whole lot. Oh, I think the sauce is getting to him. He can't count.
He's delirious.
He's delirious.
Unicorns.
Unicorns. And why does my brain hurt?
Oh, man. I'll tell you, I've had some really extremely hot stuff. And if you're not used to it, you eat something really hot, it does make you high, kind of.
Yeah, I was going to say the heat high or whatever.
It's crazy.
I used to have a friend, and somebody had said it earlier. He's having, I think Stuffacletus said he can't slow down because the problem is once you slow down, your brain's like, oh, okay, we're fine. We're getting full. You got to just keep powering through. But
and also the heat catches up to you when you stop too. If he's not used to it.
Yep.
Sorry
no, that's okay. One of my friends would go to lunch and they would all do the big, whatever the hottest sauce those people had, they would do that because then they would get their heat high, Yeah. Crazy town.
When we meet up, we'll go out and get some spicy chicken. Or do you like spicy food?
Oh no, I'm not a spicy guy at all.
Oh, okay. All right.
I'm pretty bland.
No problem. That's all right.
I don't know, bruh. Says Johnny, you got this. Eat fast.
Heck yeah. That might be the ticket right there. Eating fast. I don't know.
Just close your eyes and keep jamming them in there.
Well, it might be because I saw those, the guys that do all those contests and they're shoveling it in. Yeah, so maybe the time he's taken between is messing with them. What do you think?
I think it is. I think he's having a real hard time with this. I know I would have a hard time. I'd probably have a hard time with 10 eating them very fast. And then he's got a hot sauce and a lot of food there. Oh, maybe we're going to get our first fart here.
It's just going to go.
All the chicken that dudes eat.
Just feathers. He should take the belt off. I think the belt is a restriction. I think that,
Margaret, tell him take that belt off. Yeah, stuff with Cletus. Yes, Gus's chicken in Little Rock is by far the best chicken I've ever eaten. Margaret says here, I think his face is starting to change.
Oh,
yep.
Man, that's rough.
I hope we don't see him laying on that floor here. Oh, he's getting it in. Time to get.
Man.
Is this like the game face for Stallone when he would turn the hat around and over the top?
Yeah, that's what it is. Just put the thumb over it.
Yep.
No, he did it backwards.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's such a great movie.
Oh yeah.
I was when I was younger and it came out, I was like, man, I got to get me one of those trucks with the, he had the weight bench or the pull thing in it. I was like, hell yeah.
Oh man, good times.
So
80s,
funny.
man.
Yeah, there was, I think, I can't remember, but there's whoever made that particular movie. There's like a whole string of other ones that are similar to that I guess the guy made, the director, producer, whatever.
That movie was 1987.
God, that's so long ago. 87.
I'm looking up who it is here. It's directed by Manaheim Golem.
Yeah, if you look up that guy, the Golan or whatever it is, you'll see he's got like a whole bunch of like similar stuff. He's like I don't remember exactly what. It was a YouTube video that kind of showcased that show, and then it spun off into like that guy's directing career and all the different. And it was interesting because I didn't know that a lot of like the shows I liked, movies that I liked, were that guy.
Yeah. So we got he directed Cobra, which is Stallone and Over the Top
with the 50 Merc.
Yo, God, dude, that car is so cool. Then they ramp it.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm in. Yeah, when I grow up, that's the car I'm going to build.
They're tough to find now.
Yeah.
But I think Johnny Clyde, we might need to get a 50 Merc to pull up and carry him away before he hurts himself here.
Yeah. Yeah,
he's having to buy one.
Man, he's having a hard time. Oh,
it looks like he's in pain. Is there an injury?
He pulled a muscle.
Oh, damn it. His esophagus muscle. He didn't work out his esophagus.
He's like, it hurts so bad. Man, lay down. There you go. Oh, yeah.
Poor Johnny Clyde.
Yep. Oh, here's what we need to just keep this live for like the next hour to see what goes on in there.
Yeah. I don't even want to know, honestly.
I'm telling you, it's going to be bad. Oh, he's laughing. Yep.
Oh, is this fake? Oh, it's like the soccer players that, they stub their toe and they roll around on the ground to get a penalty. That's what he's doing.
I don't know. I think he's hurting.
Might be.
Oh,
over the top.
The hat's on. Come on. Come on.
Have him back to turn it over.
There he goes. He made some room.
Good. He just had to arrange his intestines for more chickens.
Right.
So that's a good point. How many chickens do you think are in that bucket? If you were to assemble them into a chicken.
The hat's on backwards. Everybody rally cap for Rally cap for Johnny Clyde.
Mine's already back there. I can turn it on the side.
If you're watching this, turn your hat around backwards.
Yes.
We believe in you, buddy.
That's awesome. Do you think that he actually heard us and then she told him that? Or is that just natural?
I don't know.
Instinct.
I would think that's probably natural. He has the instinct.
So
he has it.
That's great.
Oh, he's trying. He's like, it won't even fall off this fork. That's what it's going to be like tomorrow morning.
Oh my God, you're terrible. Poor Johnny Clyde.
Man, I can't imagine. We need to keep this live going because I want to hear what it sounds like in that house in about an hour and a half.
Sirens, probably like the ambulance and the plumber.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Hey, speaking of plumbers, Eric with Destroyer 1320, I just got a notification he's going live in a few minutes. He's at the YouTuber call out in Enos, Texas. So if you don't follow him, you need to get over there and do that. I'm gonna make I'm gonna link his channel in the comments. Let's see here.
Massage it, Johnny. Do it. Come on, make some room, buddy. Oh, he's stretching.
Come on, Johnny Clyde. Come on, buddy.
I think he might have pulled an abdominal muscle. His stomach muscle.
Half fast.
Yeah, definitely.
Have we put your link in here yet? I don't think so.
No idea.
Hang on.
I don't know.
I got to spell it correctly. That helps.
This laptop is small, so I can't even hardly read it because my eyes suck.
Hey, welcome to age, bud.
Right? I'm a lot older than you.
Well, hey,
man,
we just won't tell anybody.
I don't care. It don't matter to me.
Yeah, it's all the same. He don't care.
Yeah.
Crap. Hang on.
He's doing good. What does the timer say? What is it?
Yep. We've been on for a while here. I'm at 31 minutes. 31 minutes. Woo!
So he's got 31 there. Wow, I think that he could have crammed him in faster. He might have been in better shape if he would have eaten faster.
Yep.
Stuff with Cletus. What do you think, buddy? Tell me in the comments. Tell us in the comments. What do you think the strategy to accomplish this goal would have been? Doing the Pat maneuver. I've seen that quite a bit.
Yeah, Pat Flynn.
Sign of a pro. Yeah.
Yeah, I love that dude. All right, there's Half Fast Garage. Link there in the comments.
I appreciate it.
For show, for show.
What is he doing there? What's that? I can't see. Is he taking his temperature?
I think it's a thermometer. Ooh,
oh my God, he's ill. Oh, thank God Bobby Succotash isn't here because he'd be having a heart attack because he loves Johnny Clyde.
Nope, he doesn't have a fever, but he sure needs one. He's got a fever for these Buffalo Wild Wings.
he's gonna be sick of them tomorrow.
That's what I'm telling you. He won't eat them for a whole 3 or 4 days for sure.
Oh my God! Hang on, I got to make sure my laptop is still plugged in.
Oh yeah, We're
in a precarious situation over here in the half-ass garage.
I'm telling you,
I didn't have time to set anything up. I was just like running and slamming it in. There's because the little charge port for this Surface is magnetic. And I dropped it on the ground and it's just covered in steel shavings. So I was like, oh man. So I had to blow it off.
You got to do that wipe off with your thumb. Yep.
Well, these are the carbide burrs, not the ones that are crosshatched, but the ones that have the scallops on them. Man, they just dig out these death shards that bury right into your body. So I couldn't do it. I had to blow it off with the air gun.
That's awesome.
So, I made the mistake before with the shards.
Just jammed them in your finger, fill them for weeks. What kind of seat are you sitting in there?
Oh, did you see my video? You're busy. So this is the seat from the van video where I pulled the 360 out of that big B350 van. These are the seats from that.
Sweet. I've got to watch that. And everybody else that's in here has to go watch it too. Hey, Grant Barnett, thank you for dropping in here.
Hell yeah.
Well, welcome to the live show, bud. We're commentating here for Mr. Johnny Clyde. He is attempting a 30 boneless wing, original buffalo sauce from Buffalo Wild Wings.
And Grant, if you're wearing a hat, you got to turn it to the back for Johnny.
Yeah, we are rally capping for Johnny.
That's right.
He's taking his off now, though. He's like, I can't.
Got to turn the power on. Well, we have to support him with our power hats.
Yes.
We have to send him the positive mojos.
Get him the Joes. Come on.
Yeah. Oh, he just looks sad. He just looks worn out. The chickens. Hey, do chickens have melatonin in them like turkeys?
Yeah, I think so. He better
Really?
hurry. He's going to be in trouble. He's been eating for 20-something minutes.
Man.
Ooh, 35 minutes. I'm sorry, I was way off. 35 minutes.
If you would have taken that long in Buffalo Wild Wings, it would have thrown you out by now.
Oh, hey, it'd have taken you that long to get your food ordered.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Buffalo Wild Wings here in Northwest Arkansas have a hard time. Stuff with Cletus, thank you for the support. He says he's not wearing a hat, but he has turned his underwear around backwards.
That's more power, man.
I love
it. It's like next level.
Yep. front, backwards, inside out, front, back. That's how you do it, right? It's how you get them out of a week.
Oh, man, Johnny's looking at us. What's going on, buddy?
Yeah. Oh, look at it. He's like,
yeah. Thumbs up,
throw up.
He should have used that as a technique. It's just like, oh, wait, let me get a drink. All right, that was delicious.
Yeah, let me make some space here. Yep, that's exactly right. Oh, it looks like he's giving a shout out to the Stuff with Cletus channel. I think I saw a big sticker there, big decal.
Even in his moments of peril like this, under the pressure, he's still thinking about everybody.
I'm telling you, he's a good dude.
Generous guy.
He's a real good dude. I should have Narxcart decals in the next 2 weeks. That's exciting. Yep. I'm pumped about that.
I'll have to head over to your website and purchase one because it'd be awesome to have.
We don't have one of them fancy websites. You just got to message me on Instagram. Oh, I'll send you one for free. Everybody else got to pay for one though.
Oh, I like to support. You know what? I've been trying to get a Puddin's Fab Shop shirt, but he's like, I can't do it because he's busy and doesn't have a website and all that. So I messaged him, but I haven't heard back. But he's a busy dude. I love Puddin's Fab Shop. What a great channel.
Yep. There
awesome.
There are so many channels that are, I would say, relatively small, and that's a relative term, that are so great that we miss because YouTube never shows them to us because we watch car stuff and they're like, hey, here's 10 channels for you to watch.
Yeah, I know. I have I don't know if it's a problem or whatever, but I'll see somebody that's got a lot of subscribers, but I don't know what kind of view times they're getting over. But then there's smaller channels, and I almost feel like I owe it to the smaller channels because I'm pretty small to give them the views. But
oh yeah, dude,
I feel like I'm cheating the other people that have already earned. I don't know. It's weird.
And I think that's probably like in our DNA. I'm an underdog guy. I want that dude to win. And so the good thing is like you always know that a small channel is trying really hard. Like we all just get out there and we just record. We are learning our craft, and we're trying to bring it to you guys. Yeah.
I saw Johnny was stretching a little bit more. Man, he loves his stretches, but he's got to work down. That's a lot of chicken to work down into your gullet there.
Yeah. So do you think he's eaten 3 since he's been there? He's having a hard time. You better get on. Or the other problem is they're going to be cold, which would make it even worse.
I got a question for you. Now, this has popped into my head. Do you think that Johnny Clyde is sandbagging for drama?
Ooh.
Do you think that he can really, he's just like, oh man, I could just clear this whole thing out right now. But he's like, I'm just got to make it exciting.
I don't know. I feel like he's having a hard time.
I think so too, but he also might be a great actor.
Maybe. I don't know. I hung out with him for a couple hours. Super cool dude. We talked all kinds of cars and stuff.
Yeah. Awesome.
Let's see if we can get him while he's taking a break there.
I'm going to give him the thumbs up.
Can you fellas hear me?
Yes. Yeah. How you doing there, buddy?
Y'all hear me?
Yes, we can. How are you?
Okay, so we just announced to the old camera that we've been defeated.
What?
Oh,
I know. I'm about to vomit. I'm about to poop myself. Margaret is going to have to be taking care of me the rest of the night. I'm going to have to watch the Narcs premiere from my bed.
Oh my God, that's awesome.
Or maybe from the toilet. I don't know.
Oh, that's great.
So,
You look pretty. You look pretty bad there.
Oh, it's
Jesus, you're all distended and stuff.
oh, it
goodness.
is bad. I appreciate you fellas for hanging in there with me.
Dude, you're a legend. I couldn't even do half what you did.
yeah,
I don't know how many.
I asked a couple times if we should just leave this rolling and just watch you like waller around on that couch for like the next 2 hours.
I'm down. It might get us some subscribers. Let's see. I probably just made a fool out of myself for nothing.
No,
man, it's great.
How close? So Margaret updated us last with what was it? How many wings?
So there's
13 and a half.
There's 12 and a
what's
half. There's 12 left right now, but I don't actually know how many we started with. We were supposed to be starting with 30, but I didn't count them.
No, because they go by weight, I think, don't they? Don't they actually go by weight?
Let me ask this. Will Margaret finish them off for you?
Oh no, I've
Tag team
taken her out, but that's what we.
Yeah, there had to be more than 30 in there because you ate a bunch. Like I know we counted 12 or 13 at least.
Oh man, it feels like I had 50,000. I don't know.
That's so funny. Oh my God! You know what? I hate to laugh at your pain and suffering, but it is hilarious.
It's all good.
Is funny.
I do it for the Johnny Clyde family. It was Margaret's supposed to be bringing me a drink. What, Margaret? We're celebrating.
Okay, can you give us a post game breakdown? All right, so you started off. Where was your head at? Okay, and then halfway through halftime, what were you thinking?
No, the glass one. So breakdown at the beginning. If I had to, your question. Sorry, I was distracted. And then now
he's delirious. He's like, I don't know where I am.
You want a breakdown of how I felt the whole time?
We'll start from the beginning. All right, going into this battle against the chicken wings. What was your strategy? What was your pregame? Did you stretch? Did you do any type of prep work to get ready for this?
First, I pooped twice. That was the big part of my strategy. I was hoping the poop would clear some space. I got one of those things. What do they call them? Fleet. I think they sell them at the pharmacy. I'm not going to say what you have to do with them to get them working, but I tried that. I haven't eaten for days, but I came in and the strategy was to eat as fast as possible. You see the guys, they go like that. That didn't work for very long. My jaw started to hurt. The heat was really coming on at the beginning, and then the heat wasn't a problem anymore because I just couldn't eat anymore. It was just like it went from eating halves to thirds, and if I had to do it all over again, I think I would pace myself very slowly, like maybe spend an hour and a half, and I would probably cut all my pieces up into little bites to protect my
Interesting. Yeah. We were so. Did you eat breakfast? You said I couldn't even tell you because I was laughing so hard at what you were saying. I missed like all of that. So never mind. Don't even answer me because you've already said it.
I got it. So I said I didn't eat anything the past couple of days. I actually did. I wanted to. It was part of the fleet that I used. The thing.
I don't even know what that is, and I don't want to know.
So it wasn't working as well as I intended. So I started my morning off with some Taco Bell, and that really made everything come out. So I did have that for breakfast.
Grease the track, so to speak.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You gotta lube everything up real good.
Oh my god, dude, you're killing me! Oh my god.
Oh, that's awesome. Oh my gosh.
So we were wondering next time if you could have like maybe we could find some type of like a counter that you can hit or something to like say how many wings you've hit.
Yeah, like
because we have a hard time keeping track.
Yeah, Stuff with Clues says I had 22. If I would have known I had 22, I probably would have pushed through. Now it probably would have took me into Narx's premiere. Oh my goodness, man!
Well, hey, one thing's for sure. I'm proud of you, bud. I'm proud of you. That was pretty impressive.
Me too, buddy.
I appreciate it. I appreciate you guys. Like we mentioned, I was shouting you guys out in the other video. No, you can't.
Thanks
couldn't
for
tell what I was talking about.
us. I appreciate you including us. It's always good to help you out.
Yep.
Yeah, I appreciate it. This kind of was a last minute thing, and I was feeling. The more I talk to myself all the time in my head, and maybe I have a problem.
Well, but, sometimes you need expert advice.
Yeah, and that's what. Yeah, I mean, I could have said it better.
Right.
And I really started to pump myself up more than I talked to myself, and then I had the Survivor song going. And
I had the Tiger.
Yeah, and that got me even more. Then, I felt like I was invincible. It was just Ric Flair. I started listening to the Ric Flair songs, started watching his videos, and he was really getting me pumped.
Nice.
What's he saying? He's what does he say? He's limousine riding, jet flying, chick stealing, wheeling dealing. Son of a gun. That's how I felt. I felt like Slick Rick, not the rapper, the wrestler.
There you go.
Yeah.
And then halfway through, how'd you feel? When you still saw that there was light at the end of the tunnel, before the darkness closed in, how were you feeling? What was going through your head at those critical moments?
When I was feeling the sweat coming down my face and I was rolling, I felt good. Here's a little background too. I actually tried to do 30 wings before, and it was traditional wings, and the service sucked. The bag was all soggy, and that really put me in a bad mood, and I didn't even get close. But this time I was like, boneless, I got this. What could go wrong?
Well, let me stop you real quick, because when you have boned wings, you have a majority of the chicken wing is actually bone that you throw away. So you're going for more now by having solid chicken pieces.
That's a good point.
So you're actually eating like 45 wings.
You had 45 boneless wings for sure.
Yeah. But
you had a lot.
To answer your question, when I was feeling good, the sweat was running, I thought I was unstoppable. I think you seen me do the Superman thing, and that's where I felt like I thought I could run through a brick wall, but definitely not.
You did achieve a lot, though. That was quite a feat.
Yeah, I'm pretty impressed.
It's hard.
So
Jarritos, they were our sponsor tonight.
Nice. So let me ask you this. Do you feel like, because I think you went like 30 minutes, do you think maybe go 20 boneless and then go to like see if you can hit 15 minutes? What's the next big challenge?
So I got
you see the way he got up on the couch? He just like an orca beaching itself.
Yeah, I feel like one. So he was in the chat here earlier. I don't know if he's still in here. Grant. He's hating on me. He says, quit, too easy, bro. Well, Grant, he eats some super spicy wings. Yeah, I've done that before, so I think that I might do that challenge again. I've done Wingstop, I've done Buffalo Wild Wings, and I've done a local place. I did their hottest ones. The Wingstop one kicked my butt the first time, and my problem there was with the spicy stuff, you definitely want to go fast. I was going too slow. I was goofing around. I wasn't taking it seriously. and I lost. But Grant eats these things. He dominates them. So I think we'll do a challenge with him. Stuff with Cletus. He says, I'll do a 30-wing challenge. I'd be down to co-stream that. We can do it on Stuff with Cletus's channel. And he'll probably beat me.
So with the super spicy wings, are they going to be the same like amount of wings or less wings to compensate for the spice?
I think let me pull her up real quick. They got
I think if you went super spicy, you could almost cut it to 6 and be fine.
So yeah, I think that's what I did last time. I did 5 or 6.
Bowl destroyers.
Because it's not about the it's not about the quantity on that. You know, like the regular buffalo sauce. You know, you're supposed to be able to eat more of it. You know, but like super hot stuff, man, you'd have to cut it down.
Oh yeah. Oh, sorry. So I just looked it up.
Wait, were you getting overwhelmed by the sauce at any point? We were curious.
So at the beginning, it was there. So I ordered original buffalo. The original buffalo is pretty hot, but if you're just normally eating them, they won't bother you. You might build up a little sweat, and that's what was happening. But it quickly, the volume and the discomfort took over the heat, and I couldn't even Pepsi was also a bad move.
I called it. Yep.
Yeah, Pepsi
well, we
was
both
a bad
called
move. I had to switch to water. Pepsi,
It was we had a chat comment in the chat that said milk might have helped you overcome the spice. What do you think?
So yes and no.
Other than milk is gross. There's that.
Milk definitely helps with the spice, but like I said, spice wasn't an issue here. There's the volume, but if we're doing a spicy challenge, the milk does help. But what I recommend is spit the milk out. Don't swallow it. I drank almost a half gallon while doing the Buffalo Wild Wings because it was so hot, and I ended up getting more sick from the milk than I did the wings, and I laid in bed for a little while.
You can't even imagine drinking a half a gallon of milk alone, let alone eating wings too.
Oh man!
Yeah. So Stuff with Cletus makes a good point here. He said you got to mix the wings up. You got to do a buffalo and a garlic and a Parmesan and a barbecue. You think maybe do that next time?
Yeah, and I considered it, but then I don't know. I was thinking, it was like, okay, maybe if I just do hot, that'll be more interesting. Maybe sweat some of the calories off, but definitely the switch up on the flavors is probably a good call. As far as, it does, after tasting the same taste over and over and over, you're just like, oh my gosh. But I also tried some moves, some techniques, the pros tell you. Randy Santel, I watch him. He wears knee pads, and he actually eats on his knees, and and he also they tell you to do the wiggles. I was wiggling all over the place trying to get this stuff to.
That's great. All right, boys, I got to go. My family's home. I got to go eat. See you guys.
Okay,
see you later, buddy.
Don't eat too much.
No. Bye, y'all.
See ya.
So the wiggling, did you feel like the wiggling was helping you or just making matters worse?
It's probably making matters worse. I already have a sensitive stomach. I'm gonna be paying for it here in 10 minutes. No doubt, I may have to get Margaret to get in contact with a plumber ASAP.
We mentioned that in the comments or in the stream. You're gonna be. I'm sorry, Margaret, for what you're gonna have to endure for Johnny Clyde.
She endures a lot for the old Johnny Clyde.
Oh man,
gosh.
So when's the next challenge for you?
So next challenge, we'll see. Stuff with Cletus says he wants to do a challenge. Grant says he wants to do a challenge. Okay, JFAT says we can put a counter in our videos through OBS. We'll try that.
Oh, that's cool.
There's some other challenges.
I got an idea real quick. That might level the playing field. So if Grant and you and Cletus, stuff with Cletus, are all going to do a challenge, what if you all pick your strongest chicken wing? So if you were having trouble with the spice, maybe you can go with something else. And if Grant loves the spice, he can choose his spicy one. And that way you're all playing at your best, rather than like, you know, if he wants spicy and you don't, then you're at a disadvantage because you're the spice.
Yeah, I think that's definitely a good idea. We all pick our, you know, our playbook. Like, we're all eating 30, but maybe it's plain. Maybe not even have any sauce at all. Like, I dipped some of mine, and that was to combat some of the heat early on and also the blandness. But maybe, it's if you got a mixture, if you want it, or no sauce on some, or all spicy, I'll be down. I'm really.
What was your dip that you chose to go with?
Well, my favorite is blue cheese, and their blue cheese is thick. Also like ranch.
But, is that what you used today? Was that your weapon of choice? Is the blue cheese?
I use mostly blue cheese. I got ranch and blue cheese. They give you eight dips with this crazy thing.
Because like 16 people are supposed to eat that bucket, not just you.
Yeah. But pro tip, if you do want to do a challenge, Thursdays, buy one, get one free. So we paid like $17 for all this. So not bad.
That's good.
But challenge-wise, Johnny Clyde is down for just about anything. It don't take much condensing to get me to do something stupid.
No. I'll tell you, if me and you ever go up and battle with Indian food, I'll be unconscious because I just love Indian food. I'll eat it until I'm on the floor dead.
Well, there's just a challenge. What's your favorite dish?
Well, I typically go with chicken tikka masala, but I like it also. If we hit a buffet, because the vindaloo is really good.
I've never had the vindaloo, but I do love the tikka masala. Maybe we do. So we have a few places here in town. We do have some buffets up. Some of them run buffets up here. I'll find out, and then that would be a funny one.
Well, as I was telling Narx, I'm not or maybe I was earlier with you too. I'm not a big, like, I can't eat huge meals, but when it comes to Indian food, I don't know. There's some type of chemical that like stops my brain from like working. Like I can't function normally once I start eating it. I just can't stop it.
So that's how I am with like soups, like a stew. I can eat a ton of stew and I can keep going. I don't know if it's like the variety of flavors. I can just keep going, but I'm the same way. I eat a lot, but I don't eat a lot. I don't eat a big plate. Like I'm like 173 pounds or so. Not a big eater.
We mentioned that, yeah.
So
stuff with Cletus, I don't know if we mentioned this before. He says, there he is. He can eat a bunch of spaghetti. Spaghetti challenge. Can you eat spaghetti?
I'll be down for spaghetti, and that's also a great challenge because it's cheap. But I got an idea. Let's see here. He wants to do some spaghetti. I don't know what time of the year they do it, but Olive Garden does that all you can eat. And they literally just keep bringing plates to your table. We could film the plates. How many plates do we eat?
Will they let you film in their restaurant?
We'll figure it out.
Yeah, the hidden camera. Hell yeah. That's awesome. That'd be sweet. I
just film on an iPhone. So it would be also maybe an interesting thing to do with the filming. Maybe not film at the same time. Okay, Flip and Customize. Thanks for tuning in. You have a good night.
Heck yeah. Thanks a lot, buddy.
Olive Garden. But I think what may even be interesting, rather than having them filming live concurrently at the same time, maybe you go in not knowing what you're both at, so then you just push yourself even harder because it's like I have no idea how many this person's eating, so I just got to eat until I make myself sick.
Man, that's a rough game to play, man. I gotta hand it to you. I can't. You're way more of an athlete, food athlete than I am.
I almost kept going, but
well, we saw you do the power move with your hat. You turned your hat around over the top.
Yeah. Margaret said that might be a good technique. So we tried that out, and we'll see. I'm mostly like doing the old reviews of the products, and we're also started a series. We did one up here. We're doing one in Texarkana next week called Local Eats, and instead of reviewing the food and giving a score, we basically go to the restaurant, meet with the owner, interview them. They talk about their story, their restaurant, and then we eat some of their favorite dishes and basically just to highlight local places. And we did the first one. We didn't have the owners in there with us, but we did the rest of it. But that's what we got going on. And
that's cool.
Excited about that. Is there anything series you got going on or videos you want to promote? I know I watched the Bobby Succotash. Ooh, I'm getting sick. We watched the Bobby Succotash lathe video earlier.
You like that?
I liked it.
That was from Mortsky. So Mortsky wants like a tooling video. Now, I'm not a machinist really. It's like a hobby, and I'm not even that good at it. So, but he wants an update for like what. Apparently he has the same lathe as me, but he doesn't know anything about that at all. So he didn't know any of that stuff I told him. And the tooling to make different shapes and cuts, he doesn't know about that. So I don't know. Bobby ain't around all the time. It's tough to get him into the shop. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I have a lot of other stuff.
It was great. You did a great job with teaching the lesson and staying in character at the same time. At times I struggle with staying focused, and but it was very technical and very comedic and fun at the same time.
Well, I tried to make it enjoyable for him because he's a funny guy to begin with. So it's like I couldn't come, with some lame crap.
Yeah,
Mortsky's funny.
I haven't watched any of his videos. I'll have to check him out. I'm going to go ahead and share your channel in here.
I appreciate it. And then most of my stuff is it's so hard to film because it's not really a how-to, and it's not, it's not like Narx where he's building something awesome. I'm just fixing problems with the junk I've got with, whatever. So it's more of a vlog. Like my channel's kind of more of like a project vlog than a like Cletus, for instance, is always showing you like a cool way to do this and products and stuff. Yeah. Maybe that'll come down the road when I can get some of these projects a little bit more handled. The Jeep thing was such a huge, enormous project just to get it to this point. But now I think the way I call it is like the Jeep was essentially destroyed. And then I got it back to zero. Like it's a running, driving vehicle now. It's just in a wreck. You know what I mean? It just needs work. But it's at zero now, so I can build on it to make it better. And then that'll be more interesting because it's more of what people want to see, like adding lifts and doing things with it because now it runs and drives. Yeah. And then this thing, this nasty thing that's been interrupting everybody's lives. the guy that my buddy, if you've ever seen, if you watch my videos where I'm at this guy's machine shop building my engine, they got hit with that thing like 5 days ago. Really? So they're down and I can't go over there for weeks. Yeah. So that's where everything is.
That's so you're up north. You're up north.
I'm in Detroit. Yeah. Detroit. Well, a little bit north of Detroit, but Detroit's like 20 minutes down the road.
Yeah. So Detroit. we're starting to, open up more, and that's affected us with the like this local eats thing. Like, you want to be able to go in and talk with the person, and and with that, you want to be able to see each other's faces and stuff. So it's like, hopefully we can do that more. And then ran into the snowstorm. We had a snowstorm that kept me from reviewing the Popeyes. Our Popeyes was closed for like a week, and they had a new product out. Yeah.
And we would have to get like 16 feet of snow before anything would close here. It'd be up to our roof line.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's like we had like 8 inches, and I think the coldest it got was like negative 19 degrees. That's a record.
That's pretty cold.
Here.
That's even cold up here.
We don't usually get, very cold, but we do have like snow trucks and stuff. But
well, what you were saying, Cletus, I just got my vaccine 2 days ago, and I had to wait for like 6 months for that.
Really?
And the only reason that I was able to get it is because I take care of my dad, and he's like an older guy. So, because I take care of him, we're in the same house, I'm eligible. But before, if it wouldn't have been for that, I wouldn't have been eligible. So I don't know what's going on now.
Yeah, I didn't know a lot about how it was going on up there. I know I listened to a guy on satellite radio, and he lives in Michigan, and he's talking about how different it was. I mean, he wasn't comparing it to anywhere else, but it was so much different than what it is here.
I like being down south a lot better. I'm not a fan of this place. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for my family needing me. I would be down south or out by you. But that brings me to a kind of a plan. It's a loose plan.
Yeah.
But it involves this. So the plan is that my mom lost her battle with cancer a couple years ago. So what she wants is to have her ashes spread at Meteor Crater.
Okay.
And she always liked my cars. My dad, not so much, doesn't really care about them. He's a car guy, but just watching on TV. So my plan is, once this thing is done, hit the road, and then make like a circuit and meet the people that I wanted to visit along the way. Head out by you guys, head out see Narx, go out wherever, and then Thunderhead 289. Luke, I'd like to go see him. Head out there. That's in Iowa, so it's kind of a long way. And then eventually get to Meteor Crater, do that, and do it all in the D.
Yeah, that'd be cool. And then, like, with a lot of us, like, Stuff with Cletus is like 2 hours from me. Narx and Brian, Black Seed, they're like 30 minutes from me, and that's northwest Arkansas. And then we're like very close to Route 66.
Nice.
It goes through, through Oklahoma. So I don't know what your route, what you would want to do along the way, but you could definitely here in Arkansas hit at least like 4 of us in the same place.
That would be cool. Yeah, I mean, Oklahoma. What else is in Oklahoma? Oh, Puddin's Fab Shop's in Oklahoma.
Okay.
I don't know if he's really down for like visiting with, people like what we all are or not. I don't know. He's busy, so I don't know. I just remember that because I've been watching a ton of his videos.
Yeah.
I've never been out west. I've never been to Texas or Oklahoma or any of that. I've only been basically all the southeast or all the East Coast stuff.
Yeah. So there's a lot of
Rockabilly Customs, Little Boy Customs. But yeah, we could all just hopefully all of this crap goes away and gets back to somewhat normal stuff. And then when this thing gets finished and it gets shaken down, I can make this trip.
Yeah, that's a great idea, and a great way to honor your mom too. And that would be a lot of fun. And there's all kinds of cool routes. You could come through northwest Arkansas And then that hits I-30 near where stuff with Cletus is at, and then I-30 runs through Dallas. That runs through where, like Little Boy Customs and several people out there.
Yeah, that would be
There's all
pretty
kinds
neat.
of routes. We'd like to do
that'd be
some
fun.
travel stuff too.
That would be the only way that I could travel. Like I can't otherwise. So I don't know. I'd have to figure out. It would have to be it wouldn't be a relaxing journey. I'll put it like that. I'd have to be pedal to the metal.
Yeah.
It'd have to be a relatively quick thing. I can't be gone from here for a long time. But
Yeah.
that's what my loose plan is right now, because I've met so many great people. Of you, Narx, Destroyer. I don't know if I'll catch up with him or not, but all these great people all over out there. And I would love to, since I'm going kind of that way anyway, at some point, I would like to just kind of hop around and do what I can do to see everybody.
I wonder if there's any events out near that way. Is that in Oregon or Washington? The crater?
It's in Arizona, I think.
Oh, it's in Arizona. Okay.
I think so.
Yeah, so that's...
Yeah, Media Crater, Arizona, I think. It's kind of by Nevada in there, that area, and there's some stuff.
I wonder if there's any events near there, like car or anything that,
I was wondering if Power Tour. I don't know if Power Tour is a set route every year.
Yeah.
But if Power Tour 2022, I guess, was going out that way, I would hit Power Tour and go along, because that's where a lot of people would kind of congregate. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like Narx would probably go there, Destroyer would probably go there. I don't know, stuff with Cletus would, whoever, but that seems to be like where people would focus on, and then I could meet everybody. I think my buddy was going to go. Luke from Thunderhead 289 was going to go. I'm sure Kevin from Junkyard Digs would go too, and Dylan, all of them. They would probably all go, because I think they do it every year anyway. I don't know.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Oh man, that would be so much fun. I've only met Narx and Brian in person, but it'd be so cool to have everybody, meet everybody, and
you could do Johnny Clyde on the road, and you could just review all the food along the way.
Yeah, that's part of why I want to do the local eats thing too. So when I say local eats, not just local to me, but just local wherever I'm at. So yeah, if I did an on the road thing, first stop is Oklahoma City or something like that, and go eat some famous place there, or popular place, and then do that video, and then the next spot, and the next spot, next spot, and that's why I'm trying to make this channel more versatile, to where, I would like to make this a career. It'd be awesome. And then also, I want to have it flexible. So if I want to go, away from home for a week across the country, I can just take my equipment with me and just have a list of places to go to, and then, film there, and basically work from the hotel and enjoy, the trip.
That'd be pretty sweet.
It'd be cool. I definitely do want to I'd love to have an automotive channel too, though. I have a little bit of background. I did car electronics, like audio and video stuff in cars, and out of high school, and I worked in the parts business for 3 years. And I love the community. I love tinkering. I'm in no way a mechanic, but
I don't know if any of us are. Some of us probably are, but I'm not like a mechanic. Just as long as, if you like it, you should just do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think so.
That's why I don't show machining stuff on the channel, because I don't want the hate, because I'm not a machinist. I'm just a dude with a couple machines. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I think that makes it. I think that makes it even more interesting, though, because then someone's like, "Hey, so and so, they're not like ASE certified, or they're not, have this certification, but they're doing it out of their garage. that's interesting to me. It's like I have a friend. He doesn't follow me at all. I don't even think he knows I do all this stuff. He's busy. But whenever I was 18, starting in the car stereo stuff, this was 2006. All the Fast and the Furious stuff was popular at the time, the Japanese cars, Hondas and stuff. Well, I worked at a Best Buy and doing car stereo, and one of the guys back there was a big car guy, and he introduced me to another guy who did car stereos. We all did car stereo work. This guy never went to any trade school. Parents didn't do any of that kind of work. He had a computer, and back then there was YouTube wasn't that popular. People had forums. They go to forums, and he had an automatic Acura Integra. And in the Japanese world, the Hondas, the automatics are lousy.
Yeah.
Or like drag or anything. So he went home and he was like, I'm going to turn this into a manual car. And within a day, he had turned his automatic Acura into a manual transmission one, and just taught himself all this stuff. Wow. Would research ways of using pistons from other cars to get lower compression or turbocharging, and it was always, he taught himself everything he knows and knew, and now he does a lot of big projects outside of his own personal ones, and that was inspiring to me. That so someone with not a very big budget, with a kid, a baby mama, and not very many tools, but he would still do the most interesting stuff. He was probably, in that community, he was probably the smartest out of all of us with all that stuff. And he taught himself all from, he didn't even have his own garage.
There you go. Well, then you got nothing. You can just do it. And Cletus down here says that he's a YouTube certified mechanic.
Yeah.
And I'm an ASS certified mechanic.
Yeah, so, I'm a BS certified mechanic.
Yeah, BS certified. Yeah, I've got a BS and ASS. So I took auto shop in high school, but my auto shop teacher was an idiot. He's just so dumb. And he was one of those guys, I think he was on the tail end of his career, and he's just if they kill themselves, they kill themselves. I don't know. And he didn't care. So, because he I had to rebuild these 302 heads, and in order to cut valve seats, there's a steel rod that goes down into the guide called a pilot, and then that's a stiff rod that goes down in there, and then you put the cutter on top, and it cuts your seats. Anyways, so the heads didn't seal, and I'm a kid, I'm in auto shop class, and then so he's like, "Hey, your valves aren't sealing, you idiot! You did it all wrong because you're stupid." And I'm like,
"Oh my gosh."
Whatever. He wasn't quite that aggressive. But anyways, so we pull all the heads back off. I had to take the car home and then bring it back, all this stuff. And so then he goes and he's like, "I'll show you how to do the heads right," So he goes and gets his pilot and he sticks it in there and he's doing it, and it's cutting wrong again. And he's like, "Because this is the pilot I told you to use." And I'm like, "Yeah, this is the one you're supposed to use." And I'm like, "Okay." And then he starts wiggling in there. He's like, "This is the wrong pilot." So you just called me an idiot and ruined, you made me spend $500, and you gave me the wrong tool and told me to use the wrong tool to cut my seats. It's whatever. But that's the kind of guys that I learned from. So I learned how to do it better. I learned my own ways that made more sense. I don't know. Yeah. But that's not necessarily the right way. That's more like the shade tree redneck way. Because I might live in the north, but I'm all Southern at heart. I just do everything however I can.
Give me one more second. Margaret's hollering at me.
No, you're feeling it around in this area, aren't you?
I am. Oh yeah, okay. Narx Margaret was telling me Narx's premiere is live. I'm gonna do both at the same time.
Heck yeah, we'll head on out.
But there's the trip. We just got so the Trips is here.
What's up, Trips?
So they do food reviews, and there's 3 of them, and they're up in Canada.
Nice.
And so the trips, we attempted to eat 30 boneless buffalo wings.
It was a rough show, man. You have to watch.
We got Half Fast Garage here. He did some commentary for us with Narxoleptic Customs, and they did a great job. I didn't make it out the other end of victor, but we tried. And then,
you know what? Your effort was great. So that's all that matters is you gave it a good try. Narx was awesome. He did such a good job.
Yeah. You guys are both. I love watching y'all's channels. I love the energy. It's a lot of fun, and I'm glad that y'all were able to help me out in a pinch. I really didn't know what I was going to do. I was like, at first I was like, do I want to do Taco Bell? They got a new burrito. And I was like,
later, Cletus.
Yeah, see you, Cletus. I was like, should I do the new Taco Bell burrito? It's Thursday. I could do some wings. I haven't done a live in a while. And I was like, I'll just do a video challenge. And I was like, why not do both at the same time?
Nice.
And I was like, I could also do that and have you guys on. Y'all promote y'all's channel. Y'all have some fun. We all have some fun. And I think while I didn't finish the wings, I think the stream was a success.
It was success all around. You did a good job. Like, man, that's a lot of chicken. I think if you could have finished all of that, you've got a problem that you need to go see somebody about. It's a lot of chicken.
It was a lot, and it's really like, you get to that point and you just feel like you dread the next bite, and then it is starting to hurt a little bit. And I mean, it was discomfort earlier, but now it's like starting to like hurt. But we tried. But if you get a chance to check out the trips, they got a great channel. And the trips, y'all go check out Half Fast Garage. Lots of fun stuff there. Automotive, DIY, lots of comedy, and y'all
just
probably
lately with the comedy. I've just started kind of like loosening up because when you start, I don't know if it's the same with you, maybe it's not, but at first, like my first videos are super cringy, and it just as it goes on, I just stopped caring so much because I didn't want too much personality to come through and like taint it. So, I don't think I'm that interesting, but just lately I've just not. I'm like, whatever. This is just the way it is.
I feel the same way about myself. I feel like I'm not like I'm a goofball or whatever, but if I just like come in with the same energy as I have in normal life, it's not as interesting as Johnny Clyde. And trying to stay in that character, I struggle with. I think that I'm going to. So for the month of March, my challenge for myself was to make a video every day, post a video every day. And I did every day except for one day. And I was just drained by the end of the month. I think I'm going to do more so like 3 to 4 a week and really focus on staying in character, have it a little more scripted, and a lot like you'll notice in my early videos, like you said, my early videos were cringy. You could tell I was just turning on the camera. And my first video was filmed vertically. Well, it started out on TikTok. I just did a TikTok video because, Thanksgiving was canceled, and I was not happy about Thanksgiving getting canceled. So I was at Arby's trying their deep fried turkey sandwich, and how my Thanksgiving is not going to be canceled because Arby's is saving the day. And that turned into me filming. The first video was filmed vertical. And then I was filming from a different angle, so I'm like looking up at the camera and it's like to the left of me, and then it's all you get more into what your people want to see, you get more comfortable with the camera.
It's all learning, none of us are pros.
Oh no. So. I don't know if any of us have been to theater.
No, I definitely haven't. I mean, I've been to a theater. I saw like Star Wars in a theater.
Yeah, same. I've seen a movie.
Yeah. I don't have any. The garage thing. This is a horse barn.
Really?
All these tools. Yeah, our horse. Yeah, I had animals my whole since I was like 13, like livestock and stuff. So we moved out here from the city, and then the horse, they die. Now the horse was like 28 years old, which is pretty old for a quarter horse. And then this ended up just getting, it slowly just like creeped in. Because this was a sand floor, nothing, pole barn. That's why it's freezing out here and there's rain dripping and it's a metal roof. It's not supposed to be a shop. It never was. I'm just making it that. But that's it. So I'm just kind of like getting by, and the YouTube thing was done out of like boredom, and some friends were like, "You should try it and do it." But I didn't think it was interesting enough to put up, and I still don't. I don't know. I'm pretty hard on it, but I do the Bobby Succotash thing because it's funny and it's fun. But also, I'm afraid that if I do Bobby too much, like, I'll lose what subs I've managed to gain because they're not going to want to see that, Yeah,
and that's an interesting thing for me too. It's like, okay, the food reviews is where I really got my viewers, and that was because, I don't know if you follow Hoovie's Garage, but he shouted me out on Twitter, and I tripled my subscribers, and the views, I went from having like 1,000 views to like 15,000 views in like 24 hours. And so that's what, when that happened, before that happened, I was doing gaming, I was doing cooking, I was reviewing local places, I was reviewing big chains, I was doing everything, just trying to figure out what I wanted to do. And then I got settled into this fast food stuff, and it's like, I enjoy doing that. Then I'd be like, well, I want to do some of this other stuff, but is that going to take away some of my subscribers? Like, if I start cooking again, is that going to take away subscribers? And if I, start local reviews, I have viewers from, different countries, different states. It's like, is that going to take away from subscribers? But I think I'm at the point now to where, I'm not going to do any more gaming on the channel. It's all food related, but I've just come to the point where I want subscribers, but if they unsubscribe, they unsubscribe. I just have different playlists, I guess, and we'll see. I mean, I only have 351 subscribers, I think, so
it's like triple what I have. I think I have like 130.
Oh, well, you'll keep. I mean, you just keep it going, and your stuff has more likelihood for a viral video. My stuff is like, I have people like, the Trips. They make a lot of videos. They have over 1,000.
I think that yours would be more viral than mine because I don't have like turbos. I don't have super expensive, cool performance cars. And those, I don't know. I'm not an expert. It just seems like the ones that go viral are the really cool cars like Narx's cart or Destroyer's car or something that it's got to be something pretty bombastic. But maybe just turning some wrenches on some old junky crap that everybody's got in their backyard. I don't know. Who knows?
It's interesting. It's weird. Like some of the stuff that's seems like it wouldn't be like super big. It's weird how many views some of those people have. Like one of the guys I watch he does like upholstery. He doesn't do upholstery. He just cleans the inside of the vehicles, and he's got over 100,000 subscribers. I don't know how many subscribers he got. There's people detailing cars, and it's like doesn't even have to be like an interesting vehicle. It's just like the
ASMR stuff.
Yeah, the ASMR stuff, that stuff's crazy.
My dad watches shoe polishers. He's like addicted to watching this dude polish shoes. So the guy would have like a camera like set up on his polishing thing where the guy would sit on his little polishing rack and the camera would be like, well, I guess it'd be like here, so that it's like a straight down shot of the shoes from the person getting their shoes polished perspective. And this guy's just, there's a bunch of them like that, and he's just watches them all the time. It's crazy, and I'm like, dude, I'm like busting my ass out here on these cars and like get like 2 views. This guy's got like 35,000 views polishing shoes.
Yeah, but they got their kid, and the kid's just like playing with a toy, or a dog that's just like running around.
I don't know. That's weird. I don't know, but are the kid things still? Can those channels even exist still now? I thought that got like the hammer.
So they do exist. I don't know exactly. I think the monetization stuff has changed for them. The CPM stuff is a lot different than what it was used to. You know, people were like exploiting their children and getting millions and millions of views every month. But there's stuff whenever, you know, when you upload a video, it asks you, is this meant for kids? And I don't know what any of that means. I know that they're, like what you said, it changed. So it may not be financially. I know the family channels are still big. It doesn't really, they don't really feature the kids as much, but they have kids. And they'll go do, it's crazy.
Well, there was a few of them that my friends, I guess friend too, but his wife and stuff would follow because of their kids and things. Mm-hmm. She said that they would comment on these people, but I guess all their comments got turned off, and like these people were saying how they were going to lose their channel for whatever reason. I don't know. I don't have kids, so it doesn't matter to me, and none of my content is for kids.
Yeah, same here. So this is what the trip says. If you mark a video as being made for kids, people can't comment on the video, so it makes it hard to build an audience for new channels. It's interesting.
Yeah. I think that there were some like predators that were time stamping kids or something weird like that.
Yeah.
That's creepy stuff, man.
Yeah, and I have some viewers, and it's family and friends that have kids that watch my videos, and I make all the videos to where they are family friendly. And I've thought about I did some little videos with one of my friend's daughters, and she was reviewing the food. We were reviewing the food together. But I was like, I'm just not going to post those. I'm just going to keep those for them. They, let them have those. It's like, I don't know what the rules are. And the last thing I want is for my channel to get in trouble because I was trying to do something fun for someone else.
It's weird how like you could have good intentions and be a normal guy, but there's so many weird creepers out there and they'll ruin it for so many people. But that's I guess why most of the laws are created too. It's not for people that are just being normal. It's because of the weirdos that break the rules or make the laws have to happen. So I mean, if there's some weirdos that are like time stamping children's stuff, I'm all for them removing comments from that stuff. Whatever, I guess.
Yeah, and YouTube gets those comments too. And sometimes it doesn't have to be a bad comment. It's just the wording of it. YouTube it'll pop up on your notification and you see it, but it doesn't show up in your comments. I had someone say, and it was funny. It was a funny comment on one of my videos, I have the mustache, and I'm eating, and there's noises, and people like to relate the mustache to a certain adult industry and the videos. And someone had made a comment about the noises and my mustache. It makes them feel like they're watching that type of video, and they said the P word, and so it was meant to be funny, and it was funny. Yeah. But YouTube immediately, and I saw the notification, and I thought it was funny. But then I went to the comments because I try to respond to every comment and like every comment as long as it's a nice comment. So I went in there to respond to the comment. I went in there to like and respond to the comment, and the comment wasn't there, and it wasn't held for review. There was no way of me liking it, allowing it to go through. YouTube just said no. And
I'm sure they've got some bots with like word filters that go through it. I guess that there's not a lot of uses for that word that would, pass. You couldn't argue. Like, I meant that I'm talking about kitties.
Yeah.
What I mean? I'm an animal lover.
Right, yeah. It looks like David may have been the one that left that comment.
Who did it?
David, individual.
For instance, That's funny.
But I don't know how all that works. I don't know how to.
I don't know.
I'm learning YouTube right there with you, and it's weird. Like, I don't know.
Narx was asking me, he's like, "Are you on TikTok?" I'm like, "No." Are you on, Facebook? Put it on Facebook. I'm like, dude, I'm like on the limit with Instagram and the YouTube thing. Like, I can't process more than that. I'm just too busy. I got too much stuff going on.
Yeah, and from my experience, the Facebook is it can be great, but it can also be bad. Like,
Really?
I was really hitting hard for a while with every video. As soon as I posted a video, I had a personal account, I had a Johnny Clyde account, and my mom has a YouTube account. She has one YouTube video. We started doing the videos together, different channels, and I would do all edit. Her videos took forever to edit, so we don't have made anything before. But I had 3 Facebook accounts. And after I posted a video, I would immediately go post the video on Facebook, comment, and like, and then I would go onto another account, do the same thing, another account, do the same thing on all these Facebook accounts promoting the video. Well, it was great to get not engagements. It was great to get impressions, but my click-through rate was terrible, and my average view time was terrible because I had some people, they would just see it. It was the same people seeing it over and over, and none of them would click it. And then for the people who were clicking it, they were clicking it to be nice, to help me get a view. They're like, we're going to help this person get a view that's going to help them. Well, they click it. Okay, it gets me the view, but it just destroys my average view time. Like, they click in for 5 seconds, and then they exit out. I even have them tell me that. They'd be like, oh, yeah, we helped your channel. We turned on the video, and, we don't watch the whole video. We just click off. I'm like, you're hurting my video.
Yeah. Well, I was streaming games for a while, too, and that's the exact same way that it worked. Is people are like, I'll help you out, and it's like plummets all of your stats and everything. You're like, dude, you're killing me over here with this.
Yeah, it's like if you're gonna, I tell them, if you're gonna watch my videos, watch them all the way. If you're not gonna watch them, if you're just gonna click on them, then just don't watch.
Yeah, I'd rather have the few people that watch it and stay. Yeah, that's interesting. How long does it take?
On the food reviews, it takes me probably 30 to 40 minutes. I use Adobe Premiere. It takes 30 to 40 minutes, depending on. Some days are really hard. Some days are easier. And then it takes me about 15 minutes to do the thumbnail. And then the description, the title, all the SEO stuff probably takes another 15 minutes. So you're looking at an hour to an hour and a half post filming. So when you do a food review, it takes like 20 minutes to go get the food, 20, 30 minutes to go get the food, 20, 30 minutes to film, because I'm not as smooth as some of these other guys. I can't do a one-take video. And then
I never noticed any cuts.
So I have a you hear me grunting or whatever. I have some bad throat issues. I cough and grunt, and so I have to cut for those, and then sometimes the food is just a mess. Like I did a gyro last night from Arby's, and tomatoes are falling out, meat's falling out. You're trying not to. People don't like when you touch your mouth. And
the food thing seems like a really weird. Like there'd be a lot of like nuances to getting it right.
It is, and if you watch my early videos, I didn't edit at all. I hated it. You would hear me coughing and hacking, and I would. One thing I learned is we don't have a dinner table. We like what you see me sitting at is just my coffee table. So I learned I like to lean forward to talk to the camera. That's fine, but when I eat, I have to lean back because I don't have a fancy microphone. It's just an Apple iPhone camera and mic built in. Well, that mic is super sensitive. It can hear you breathing. It can hear you like chewing. And if you don't lean back, all you hear is just chewing and just like,
I've heard that. I've heard that before. Like,
yeah.
That's why
some videos you notice I've gone in and I've edited the gain whenever it's too loud. So you'll hear me talking and chewing, and then you'll hear the audio just drop out.
What you could get you could get one of the little USB mixers and just like there's lavalier mics. They're like you plug them in. You know, like the wireless ones are expensive, but the ones that are corded, they've got like a 20-foot cord, and they take a little stack of those batteries, and you turn them on and off, and then they just plug into your regular mic jack. But you can hide them because they're what everybody uses, those little tiny ones. Anyway, they're like $12 or $15, and their audio is really good.
Okay.
But with that and the USB mixer, like the little one, you can like hide it underneath your thing and turn your mic volume down if you wanted to.
We have some sort of mixer. Margaret uses it. She's a Twitch streamer.
Nice.
And she uses the mixer. I've never used it before, so I don't know how it works. But that is something to consider. The Trips is talking about. We're talking about people don't like you touching your mouth.
That's so weird.
That was one of the first. You know, you get trolls occasionally, and one person was like, "It's not polite to touch your mouth with your grubby fingers and all this, and touching your tonsils." And I'm like, "What is this person even talking about?" And then people will be like, one person was like, "I don't know what it is about you Americans and wearing your caps inside, but it's infantile." I was like, "What?"
That's great.
All the people I watch are wearing hats.
Yeah. I'm wearing my welding hat and my welding jacket. I'll wear it right out to eat. I don't care.
Yeah. Same here. I don't care. This is just some shirt. I have no idea where it came from.
Dude, all of my clothes are straight trash from working out here.
Yeah. Same here. That's why, I have a few nice clothes for special occasions, but most of the time it's just we're keeping it casual.
What you see on the videos is basically just me all the time. Like I don't have good clothes. I have some. Mostly like this Atari T-shirt is one of my favorites. So I'm pretty bundled up to ruin it. Like if it's T-shirt with something cool on it, like any Cthulhu stuff that I don't know. On some of my videos, you can see me wearing the Kool-Aid Cthulhu dude, and I love that shirt. So I won't ruin that. David, as far as me, I use DaVinci Resolve, the free version, which is not GPU accelerated as far as I know. The free version isn't because it's free. And depending on the video, it could take 6 hours. It really depends on just how many takes I had to get because I made a mistake. I don't know if you run into this or not, Johnny Clyde. I don't know. But with me, it's like sometimes my brain will be thinking through a problem and I'll be trying to talk to the camera at the same time, and I'll make all kinds of mistakes. Like I'll call things the wrong thing, or I'll give the wrong size, or whatever it is, or I just won't know the correct way to do something.
Right.
Until Like I'll make a mistake and then I realize that for the last 3 hours of this work to get a transmission out, I've done it the wrong way. Go drop a boost. You got it.
Margaret's whoops. She's practicing for Call of Duty.
Oh, nice. My girlfriend streams too.
Okay. What kind of streams?
Games and stuff. She's playing Borderlands 2 with some people right now.
Okay.
She plays all kinds of stuff, but she's pretty fun. Let's see. Yeah, DaVinci Resolve, it can take a really long time. Like Johnny Clyde said, some of them are really fast and easy. Some of them are really long and difficult. With me, I make a lot of mistakes. So I try to edit those things out so it's not a total friggin' train wreck. But other times, if I'm really familiar with what I'm doing, it's like smooth sailing. But with the Jeep, I had never worked on one before. I never done engine swaps and trans swaps and stuff on those. So I just struggled through it a bunch. So I'll have like 15 different video pieces that I have to like stitch together to make them coherent. That's a nightmare.
Yeah. When I do cooking videos, it's the same way. You're trying to like, you're trying to cut it, and it's like, do I just let it run? Do I film and stop?
Timing is like, I've asked, like I even joined a Reddit group, and I was like, look, because there was small YouTube channels and different stuff, and you could ask questions and whatnot, and you would just get all over the board answers. One person says, use your intro, because that's cool. Other people, you definitely don't want to. So it's like, definitely you do, definitely you don't. And then it's like that with everything. It's like, we like long form videos of cars or building or you name it. Other ones, nope, it's got to be under 15 minutes or I won't even look at it. So I don't even know how to do it.
And I've gone back and forth. So I didn't have an intro, and then I had an intro, and then the more I started to watch other.
I liked your pizza intro a lot.
Yeah, I like that too. Destroyer did that for me. I ended up dropping it though because as I watch other YouTubers, and as I was analyzing my average time, I decided to experiment with it and drop it to see if my average view time went up. Because I noticed people were skipping around my video, and then a lot of dropping off at the very beginning. So I'm experimenting with it, and all the other YouTubers that do food don't have intros, except for one, and I love it, but I'm experimenting with it at the same time. Same with the Facebook. I'm not sharing on Facebook anymore because I felt like it was doing more harm than good, even though I thought it was doing good. But David
I'm glad I didn't go with the Facebook thing then.
Yeah, I think you made a good call.
I've had a lot more growth with just Instagram than I have with any other thing.
Yeah, the networking and Instagram is great. I have more success with that than Facebook. The only way I have success on Facebook is if I can get it in a group. So we have like a food group up here for our city. If I can get videos on there, which they're not big on self-promotion outside of local food. So some of my posts kind of come off as I'm trying to promote my YouTube and not the restaurant. But David has a nice comment.
Yeah, that's legit too. That's a real comment. You're friggin' awesome, dude. So you just come off as comfortable. You know how like Pizza Hut and all the restaurants use oranges and browns and reds to give you this comfortable in a dim light to make you like, oh, I want to eat more. That's the way that you come off in your videos. Is just there's just nothing bad to say about it.
I try to keep things lighthearted as possible. Life is. I come up from I have great parents. They're not together; they're separated, and I have step parents. I have great parents, great step parents. great family, but I don't come from the best part of Arkansas, and there's a lot of bad stuff that happens, and it's not a great place it wasn't a great place. I had a great childhood, but it's kind of a dark place as far as crime and people's mental health, and so life is hard. So I like to have
Detroit, so.
Yeah. I've never been, but I've heard stories about Flint, and not only the water situation, but like the crime.
Have you heard of the TV show or the movie 8 Mile?
Yeah, I haven't seen it, but I know it's the Eminem.
I grew up on 8 Mile Road.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
8 Mile and Mound.
So Southwest Arkansas isn't quite like that. I've seen bits and pieces of the movie. It's not as in your face. Like you don't go out and see the poverty and the stuff. It's pretty much all at home and goes like I'm like it's kind of on the download. Like my uncle, he was he was murdered at his business, and several friends, family, clients, the same things happened to them. So basically, I'm not trying to get too much into all that, but that's what we we try to have I try to be lighthearted at all times, because life is way too hard to
I hear you, brother.
We have fun on the YouTube, and we try to bring joy to everybody, whether it's here on a channel, or whether we're just with strangers you meet like in the store, and that doesn't happen as much nowadays.
Well, you do a good job of it, because you always have you are the Burger King or the McDonald's of the food channel, because you know what you're getting every time that you tune in. Like every time you go in, you get the same damn burgers, going to taste the same, the fries are the same, the ketchup's the same, everything's the same. And Johnny Clyde's always there with the comfort videos, to make you happy. As far as David said, 8 Mile wasn't like the movie, but it is similar in some ways, but it's not. Where I was, it was pretty rough, but it wasn't. I don't know. You're like submerged in it. You don't even know it. You just know don't do this and don't do that. Don't go here, whatever. And it's not like everybody's getting shot all the time. You just, I don't know. It's Detroit. It's not that bad. It wasn't that bad. It's way worse now. Like in certain spots, like I wouldn't. No, it's not.
Yeah. It's a crazy world we live in, and yeah, that's how, like you were talking about growing up. That was all I knew. I didn't know where I lived there was anything bad. I didn't know that, we were on my mom's side as kids. We were really poor, but my mom. She was a hardworking woman who made sacrifices for herself to make our childhoods, make us feel as normal as everyone else, even though it wasn't.
Yeah.
But so she's a great role model, and definitely now looking back, you see things more with clarity as an adult. But
like you said, I didn't realize that it was a nightmare when I was there. Just like you were saying that you didn't realize that it was it's just what it is. It's just like that was just life. Isn't that what you were saying?
Yeah. You don't understand it until you get, like, for me, the clarity was I moved from Southwest Arkansas to Northwest Arkansas, and it's like the culture is reverse. Like, the economy is great up here. The education system's great up here. The police departments, we have great police departments up here. And, there's not much, bad's going on everywhere. But it's definitely a lot. It's a lot different.
Yeah.
And looking back, I was like, wow.
I had the luxury of my dad grew up in that house on 8 Mile, and my grandma lived there, and I would spend basically like a ton of time with my grandma, and then with my parents. But my dad and mom, where I lived, I guess that was in a nicer area, but it was only like 5 miles away. You know what I mean? Yeah. But it was a nicer area. But I would always spend all kinds of time with my grandma. So that was where it was. So I don't want to give this impression I was like some hood rat dude, you know, like, because I was never that guy. I was always into art and stuff, and I was never into whatever. I was a skater. I had a mohawk.
Okay. I like it.
There was a long time of like punker half-ass garage.
Oh yeah, I went through the little skateboarding. Tony Hawk Pro Skater video game was popular. Had my skateboard.
I had a 16-foot half pipe right out here.
Really?
Yeah, it was 16 feet from coping to coping, and no, how big was it? It was 16 feet wide, and 18 or 20 feet from coping to coping. Me and my buddies built it. We borrowed, stole like all of like this. My buddy's dad had like this huge pile of like timber, like wood, these 4x4s that I don't know where he got. They were a monster pile. And I had a pickup. So we just drive over there, and my buddy's like, yo, we can use all this wood. So we did. We built the whole skeleton. And then I remember we were going over there, and there was like a little few pieces left, and his dad comes out just friggin' insane, yelling, somebody came in here and stole my stack of wood. He's like, if I ever catch them. Yeah, he was telling us about somebody stealing all of their wood. And we're like, oh man, that sucks. Wow, I didn't see anybody.
We'll be on the lookout.
Yeah,
that's funny.
We'll try to catch him.
Yeah, that's some fun childhood mischievousness. We used to do silly things. We go to the arcade, and you get the tickets, and you could tear them in half, and the machine would count them as 2 instead of 1.
Oh, really? That's genius.
Yeah.
I wish I would have known about that.
It was fun. David says he's talking about the street dealing. It's non-existent. Everything is through social media and meetups. I believe that. I also do Uber driving, and people don't tell you that they're going on a drug deal, but you can tell they're going on a deal.
Okay, would you take me and this bag of cocaine to this place?
Yeah. They'll have their backpack with them, and they ain't going to class. It's just like, hey, you take me over here, and it's like, okay, I know what part of town that is, and then like, I'll be running in just real quick, and then we'll go back, and I'll be like, and also, can we stop at an ATM? And then, okay, and then, as long as you don't tell me, hey, we're going to sell drugs, I'm just an Uber driver.
That'd be scary. I thought about that when I lived in Atlanta, because one of my buddies drove for Lyft. I don't know if even Lyft is a thing anymore, but they're like a competitor to Uber at a time, I guess. So anyway, what's up?
Say that one more time.
When I lived in Atlanta, there was a company called Lyft, which is like Uber. Are they still around?
They are. We have them. They're in our market as well. Here we have Uber and Lyft.
So they were he was trying to get me. He's like, oh, you should drive for Lyft, because I use Lyft. And he was like, yeah, we had these crazy Dude threw up in my car. I'm like, I ain't driving friggin' Lyft. No way.
Yeah. So for me, if I was back in Texarkana, where I'm from, I wouldn't drive there. Not for nothing. But where I'm at, you still deal with some craziness on the weekends and nights. But where I live, it's really not as bad. David does a lot better than I do. But where I live, the worst of it is we have a large university here and a party area and street, and the worst of it is that. But I've done 2,200 trips. I've only had like 3 people throw up. I've only had to almost call the cops once. I had to threaten to call the cops on one ride. But aside from that, it's been pretty chill. But I could see definitely if you lived in a place where our bad neighborhood around here is not bad. So, and it's one street, and if you get a request in there, you just cancel it. But like, I could see where it could be problematic in certain places, though. Like, I wouldn't want to drive to New Orleans. That would be a nightmare.
Yeah, I've never been there, but I've heard people say it's pretty rough.
It's rough, and people are from out of town, and I feel like they think that, I can act like a fool when I'm out of town in New Orleans.
Yeah.
And but when you're in your local community, it's like whatever.
Yeah, that's one of the benefits of living in Detroit. No one comes here from out of town.
Yeah.
Like, unless they're on a business trip and they're hating life, they're just drunk at their hotel bar because this place sucks so much.
Yeah, you don't want to go anywhere to be like accidentally somewhere. That's kind of how I used to be an auditor and go to Little Rock, and I didn't go venture out too much because there was a lot of situations that would happen in the town that you'd hear about on the news and say, I don't want to get in any of that.
Yeah. I miss living in Atlanta. I miss Georgia a lot, so I'd like to go back there. Yeah.
That is one place. I've been to every southern state except for Georgia.
Nice,
but I've always wanted to go. Always wanted to go to Georgia.
You should go. It's freaking great. Atlanta is huge, and the traffic's really crazy.
Yeah.
But the people are great. The food's good. They've got a lot of stuff to do. It's not cold. You don't really have to deal with cold, I don't guess. But cold's a thing. Yeah.
Ours is pretty much January, February, beginning of February. But aside from that, it's pretty mild. But yeah, I could see Georgia. I haven't been to Georgia, but have family on the Mississippi coast, and then Southwest Arkansas, East Texas, Florida. The weather's not bad. Not bad at all.
Weather is a big thing for me.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Because here, like October, November, December, January, February, March, and then April, basically into May, those are cold months.
Wow.
So get into November, December, well, sometimes November, December, January, February. That's four straight months of bitter cold. Like
really
cold.
Oof.
Yeah, that nasty.
I don't think I could handle that one. That one is I like cooler weather. I love the holiday season. We got a pretty big family, so we do all that. But
sorry about that.
I couldn't handle more than maybe 2.5, 3 months of cold weather.
Dude, and you said the trips are from Canada, right?
Yeah, they said I would miss the cold weather.
I'm 20 minutes from the Canadian border, so Southern Canadian is what everybody jokes about around here.
And I honestly, from watching your videos, I couldn't tell exactly where you're from, but I thought that you were in Canada at one point.
Oh, well, we share sometimes. It's weird because this is strange. I lived down south for like 13, 14 years, North Carolina and Georgia and all this. So, but I've also lived up here for a really long time. So the way Canadians talk and the way Southern people talk, like when I watch Southern channels, like YouTube channels, or I talk to my friends from down south, I'll start to have that accent again. So it'll flavor my thing. And also with the Canadian stuff, if I watch Old Car Guy or anybody else and I'm talking to my friends from here, I'll start sounding like I'm from Canada.
Well, I actually noticed that in one of your videos I was watching, the Southern thing, you were saying, I can't remember what you said, but it was something with an I in it. And, that's how we talk. I hear we'll say night instead of night. And you said it like the Southern way of saying it. And I was like, that's interesting. I'm pretty sure he's from up north, maybe Canada, but he's saying some of these words like he's from here.
That's just the way it is. I really like the South. Like some of the best people I've ever met in my life. Even my friend Kevin is, dude, if me and Kevin could have a YouTube channel together, it would be insane because the dude's so awesome. Yeah. And he's just the best. But he's real Southern. Like, I don't even like, Puddin's Fab Shop. I keep mentioning him, but he's Puddin he has that really thick accent. So does my buddy Kevin. When I talk to Kevin, it like starts slipping back in. But whenever I stop talking to them and I'm talking to my friends here, they're like, "Oh, what are you doing? Why are you acting like that?" And they kind of give me a hard time. But I'm not doing it on purpose.
Yeah.
So sometimes I feel like I'm coming off fake in the videos because I'll either sound like a boot or whatever, or something, or I'll have like Southern tones, and I feel like I'm just this poser all the time.
Well, I understand. That's how.
Is that what it's called, David?
Chameleon. I understand what you're saying. I come from, the town I'm from is like 4,000 people. The town my dad lives in is 1,000. Grandparents lived in a town of like 50 people. And then my stepmom is from southern Mississippi, so they have the Biloxi accent sounds similar to a New Orleans accent, which sounds kind of similar to a New York accent. And so I grew up with a very southern accent, but then my stepmom was trying to like not have us sound so hickish, and then it was still pretty bad. And then when I moved up here for college and for work, people couldn't understand what the heck I was saying. So I'm all over the place. There's there's several different ways of saying words, and like with the eyes. Sometimes I might say, night. Sometimes it might be night. Sometimes it's just and then also like some of the sayings, like
sayings are the best. The Southernisms.
Yeah, and it's like, so I come off like, where's this guy? I know I sound Southern, but some people sound much worse, and sometimes that comes out, and sometimes it's more just normal. And it's just like, I think when you've lived in several different places or communicate with several different people, that's what happens. Is sometimes you don't know. You're not intentionally doing it. It just happens.
Yeah, David, all of it. Stick, Tig, and Mig. That's what I've got.
And David said they're coming through Arkansas. Yeah, David, you can hit me up through Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, direct message me there, and I can, we can meet up for lunch or dinner or something, and then I can definitely make some recommendations for places for you to go. Summertime, it's really nice here. We have, I think we have the largest North American art museum in the world. That's sponsored by Alice Walton. Our Walmart's headquarters are here, and it's a beautiful place. And it's a lot of fun. And Northwest Arkansas is it's a great place. It's so much fun, so beautiful. Y'all will have a good time, and I'd love to meet up with y'all, and we'll go somewhere tasty. But have you ever heard of Jude Angelini? He's from Detroit. He's a radio guy, XM radio. He's on satellite radio. He was on Jenny Jones in the 90s, and then now he's got his own satellite radio show.
No, I'll tell you. I'm going to give you some half-ass garage background that is like personal stuff, and it's it'll explain why I'm so like weird in some ways. Like I'm missing huge chunks of like knowledge, I guess. So in the I graduated in 91. So
Okay.
it's a while ago. I like went to Alaska to live and work like in like 93 or 2 or something like that. And I was there for 2 years. They didn't have TV or anything there. Like you just couldn't get it. So I just didn't watch TV for those 2 years. And then when I came back in like 94, I just never watched TV again. So and like music, like they didn't play Suicidal Tendencies or the Misfits or Guar or any of the stuff that I listened to, or death metal, any of the hardcore stuff they didn't play on the radio. So I never listened to the radio. So I didn't watch TV. I didn't listen to radio, nothing. I didn't even own a TV until like 6 years ago. And I bought one to play Xbox on.
Yeah.
Because I was playing on my monitor. So like, I don't know a ton of stuff. And I was a computer guy. So I just used my computer for Netflix or whatever. But like, I never watched The Simpsons. I've never seen an episode of The Simpsons.
Yeah.
Friends, any of that. Like, I don't know any of that stuff. So a lot of the references I only know through friends telling me about them, but I can't really do it.
I feel you. Like so I know with like people my age and a little younger, anime was like a huge thing that people watch, like Dragon Ball Z and all that stuff.
I have seen Ninja Scroll.
So I've seen very few of any of them, and reason being is, where I lived, we had like maybe 20 channels on the TV, and none of them were like the closest thing we had to like kids stuff was like Nickelodeon and Disney Channel. We didn't have Cartoon Network. We didn't have any of those anime stuff. So when people are talking about Dragon Ball Z, and it's like, like I never watched those. We didn't have those. So it's like, and then nowadays, when I started college, it was 2010, and we didn't have cable. We had Netflix and YouTube. And if it wasn't on Netflix or YouTube, we didn't watch it. So, and any new music that was coming out, we were listening to our music from when we were in high school. It was like anything past 2010, unless it's on YouTube. I don't know. I'm not that connected to pop culture. So a lot of the stuff I don't know.
David's 87? Or it's 87 degrees there? I don't know.
I think it's 87 degrees. Skelton, Missouri. Sykeston, Missouri. I think it's 87 degrees. So that's that's a little warmer than it is here. We graduated in 87. Okay. I was born in 88.
Oh my God. That's funny. I mean, all of my friends are younger. Like I don't really hang out with anybody my age unless I went to school with them. And even then that's like one dude or two. And I rarely see them. All of my friends are always younger. Cause when I left out a huge chunk of that story. When I got back from Alaska, you saw my Instagram with the FJ40, right? The orange Jeep looking truck. Did you see that one? Looks all cool with the Alaskan plate. I rolled that thing next to my house. Yeah, doing 50. And it threw me out and it shattered my skull and broke my back and did all this stuff because it landed on top of me.
Wow.
Anyway, that like screwed me up for years. I couldn't walk for a year. I like almost died. I was like in super good shape because I was rock climbing and mountaineering a lot when I was in Alaska. But when I came back, I was ripped. I was just like in perfect condition. So that muscle mass like held my body together when I got crushed under this truck. But it like destroyed my body. So I took like 3 years for me to recover. I was doing tool and die before that, where you machine work and stuff like that. But I couldn't do it anymore because it blinded me in my left eye. Like central vision's gone. So if I make mistakes while I'm in my videos, like when I keep saying like, my depth perception sucks, that's why. So,
Okay.
so that's when I went to school down south for computer animation and film and stuff like that. And as soon as I graduated from college, 9/11 happened. So everything shut down on that.
Yeah.
But that's why all of my friends are younger, because I ended up just getting stuck with all these younger folks because college, and I just never got hooked back up with people my own age.
I feel you. That's how my age of friends varies. Couple of my best friends, they're my age. We all went to the same school, but one of my best friend up here, he's 10 years younger than me.
Wow. Well, that's not bad though.
No, yeah, and I'm 33, he's 23.
You put that link down there, and I'm like, I'm gonna go sub to whoever it is, and it's pretty much it. Crazy. Yeah. Well, my girlfriend's 33, 34.
Okay.
So she's quite a bit younger than me. There's huge gap there.
That's how Margaret's 27 and I'm 33.
Yeah. Well,
it's interesting. Bad. It's interesting at times because, like, what was it the other? We were talking about food, and in one of my videos, my YouTube, I mentioned, or maybe we were talking, and I said that we were going to go get some food, and she's like, well, where? I was like, we're going to go see Dave. And she was like, who's Dave? And I was like, Wendy's. She's like, what does Dave have to do with Wendy's? I was like, Dave, Dave, the Wendy's guy. So yeah, I had no idea who you're talking about. Well, she's so young, she never saw Dave before.
Wow, look at Dave. Damn,
wow.
Son.
Yeah. Robbing the cradle.
I'm telling you. Yeah, well, Dave isn't part of the marketing strategy anymore, is he? He died or something, and then did they just...
Yeah, let's see. It's been a while.
Because I don't know much about our restaurant community in Detroit is straight trash. So, like I was telling Narx earlier during your stream, most of the stuff that you review, we don't have here.
Okay.
We have like Burger King, when we have like the big ones, like the national or even global ones. Like if you would go to Japan and find it, we have that here. But as far as like the really good, like, what the heck is it? Whataburger or In-N-Out Burger or things like that, we don't have any of that here.
So we live in an interesting place as far as food, and that's for two reasons. One, Walmart's based out of here. So Walmart's based out of here, Sam's Club is based here, Tyson Chicken's based here, JB Hunt's based here. Tons of business, and pretty much every vendor that has business dealings with Walmart has an office here. So when they deal with Walmart, instead of having to fly in, the vendors, can be at Walmart. And there's people always flying all over the world flying into here. And also we have the university, and the university, we have a ton. Texas is Texas schools are very hard to get into. Like the University of Texas is very hard to get into. A lot of the universities there are expensive to get into. Arkansas takes advantage of that. So we have a ton of kids from Texas here. So we have a bunch of chains that shouldn't be in Arkansas, but they are because Walmart brings people from all over the world here, and those big corporations. And the university has all these Texas people here, so that's why we have a Torchy's. That's why they're Texas-based. That's why we have a Whataburger. They're Texas-based. We're getting an In-N-Out Burger that's based on the West Coast. Things that shouldn't be here are here, and it's we have a Topgolf.
Oh wow!
Topgolf didn't want to be here. They didn't even know what was going on here, and then JB Hunt's based out of here. They're a huge logistics company. Well, the widow of JB Hunt, the widow, she's got a lot of money and a lot of pull, and she actually got Topgolf to come in here. and they do very well now. But people hear Arkansas and they think, you're going out to hang out with the chickens and the cows and whatever they did on Beverly Hillbillies, So we have a ton of chains. We're actually getting a Culver. I guess that's how you say it, Culver's.
We have a Culver's here. Culver.
We're getting one of those.
Well, you guys say Culver, don't you?
Culver. Yeah.
So real quick, hang on. The trips, we are so close to Canada that Canada around this area is like Detroit. So if I go to Canada all the time. When the border was open, we go over there and buy magic cards and I'd ride my motorcycle and just go across just to hang out in Canada. There's no difference. My ex-girlfriend's from Canada in Oshawa. There is no difference. The only thing that's different is you can't really get poutine across the border. There's just isn't any. But I love Canada. I was going to get a big Canadian and American flag for in here because I played hockey, and stuff, and we'd always have to go to Sarnia or go to Windsor. We're so close to Canada. It's just part of me. I feel like I could just be a Canadian, and nothing would change just because of that. So anyway, that's it. And then so all the chains, like he's saying, in Canada, we have what Canada would get basically. We have Tim Hortons, we got the big huge chains, but we don't get any of the really delicious ones that are in Texas, that area, the South, out west, like California. None of that stuff lasts. They tried to do a fat burger here. I think there was one, and it just failed completely.
Really?
And then as far as the greasy spoon things, we have, which I guess is kind of unique to, I don't know if it's unique to Detroit or unique to like this northeastern area, is called Coney Islands. You ever heard of those?
Those a chain?
Exactly. No, it's like a type. It might have originally been a chain, but it's a type of restaurant. So a Coney Island would normally be associated with like chili dogs and hot dogs and like chili cheese fries, things like that. But it's also like a Waffle House sort of. You have Waffle House out there, right?
Yeah. So what we have, you say Coney. What I think of is we have Sonic Drive-In. And they call their hot dogs Conies.
Yeah. So it would be like that. It's like the greasy spoon, greasy diner type of thing, but they're kind of all the same, man. It's like a weird cookie cutter restaurant. They're all called something different, but they're like all the same place. Like you can go in, if you go in, you expect to have the same type of food. You're going to have Coney dogs, which are chili dogs, chili cheese fries, sandwiches. Yeah. It's just like the same thing, but they're all called, and they all are greasy spoons. But I do love Waffle House. I'll straight up tell you, Waffle House is great food, man.
Yeah, that's what Margaret likes.
We don't have Waffle House up here either.
Really?
Yep, it ends in Kentucky, I think.
We have a lot of
down. Yeah, in Atlanta it was the same way. Like every other corner was a Waffle House.
We have a lot, and they're much better in Northwest Arkansas. They are Southwest Arkansas. Southwest Arkansas, you might end up in a hospital bed because somebody's done shot you.
That's the way they are in Atlanta too.
But
we've seen crazy stuff. Yeah, Waffle House is just one of those things. Like, you can't replicate a Waffle House. There was one that tried here. It wasn't a Waffle House or even tried to be like that, but you could tell that the layout was influenced by them, and the way that they cooked the food was straight trash.
Yeah, we have a Waffle Hut.
Maybe that's what it was. I don't know.
I don't know how big. Or it's called Waffle Hut, and it's like very shady looking. It's got a big sign that's just a big waffle. I've never been there.
It's like the crack house version of Waffle House. Like if you could get worse.
Yeah, it looks suspicious. I'll just stick with Waffle House over. Suspicious. Yeah. And we also had one of those. I don't know if you've heard about them. Those Taco Bell cantinas that sold alcohol.
We don't have those here.
So we
don't have anything good. I hate this place. I'm going to be the first one to tell you. I friggin' hate living here. And if it wasn't for my mom being so sick for so long and my dad now leaving me, I wouldn't be here. I can't.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love Canada. I love the North for its specific things. Like the people, some of the people, Canadians are nicer than Detroiters for the most part.
Yeah.
But yeah, I wouldn't be here. Imitators? Which one? Oh, Huddle House.
I've heard of that one.
Yeah. Maybe that was the place that I was thinking of. It was a while ago.
But yeah, Waffle House is probably the most unique. Like they don't really they have competitors, but none of them are really like, IHOP is not the same as Waffle House. Denny's, Shoney's.
We have a lot of Denny's up here. Or we used to. And Big Boy, do you have Big Boys down there? That might be a northern thing.
Big Boys.
Elias Brothers, Big Boys. They even might have started here. There's not very many of them left. But I'm gonna give shout outs to one thing. I don't remember it being down south. I'm trying to remember. Okay, so down south, I don't know if you have this, but all I know is Atlanta and North Carolina, those areas. You have Crystal Burgers.
So we don't have one here, but my family there in Mississippi, they have Crystals.
Okay.
There.
Well, we have the original. We have White Castles. And White Castles are not like Crystals. Crystals are the Huddle House, and White Castles are the Waffle House. So White Castles are superior in every possible conceivable way.
I'll have to try. I have not tried either. I've seen Harold and Kumar go to White Castle, and
it's like trying to choose. It's like if you were going to get lethal injection, and they told you to choose between like 3 different flavors of lethal injection. That's basically like the different what you're doing. So. White Castle has this. It has this reputation that they call them sliders for a reason. They slide in, they slide out. That's it. So, but it's good in a terrible way.
Yeah.
Do you ever have food like that? You're just like, oh, this is.
Oh yeah.
I can't stop eating. How terrible.
There's a place called Taco Tico here. They're based out of Kansas. They actually all disappeared for a while because they had sales tax. I'm pretty sure, allegedly, we'll say that, had tax issues and closed them all down, but they're coming back. And it's so good. It's a big part of my childhood. So there's lots of nostalgia there. But you pull your burrito out, and it's just like half of it's orange because of the grease. But it tastes so good to me because, the nostalgia, and I think it's good. But I know it's not great.
Yeah. White Castles are good in their own way, but you can get them in the freezer section, I think.
I've seen them in the grocery store.
You'll have to talk to me like off camera. I'll tell you how to prep those correctly because honestly, there's a huge difference in flavor between the frozen ones and the White Castle store-bought ones if you don't make them correctly. You have to steam them.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think that's the way. Like I was talking about Taco Tico. I think they steam their hamburger buns they make a taco burger, and I think they steam. That's interesting.
Yeah. Well, the way the White Castles are actually cooked, if you go into their restaurant, is they have a big griddle that all the stuff is cooked on, but that is heated by steam. So rather than like flame broiled whatever, it's steam that heats up that griddle that they're on, and then they're on there. And it's whatever, like, yarrow meat has that specific type of texture and flavor.
Mm-hmm.
White Castle meat's the same way. It's like a blend of spices. They have 5 holes in them, like a die. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
They got those 5 spots because White Castle is a square burger and it's got those 5 holes in it so that steam and stuff, like they can cook it even faster. So they put the onions, which are super chopped up real fine, like the McDonald's onions. Those are piled on it, and it's weird how they're made, but that's how they're all made on this giant, huge, big metal plate that's heated by steam. And it's just it's a special, like, I don't know, it's just something about it.
I definitely will try one out when I see it.
Do it and steam it. Like put a cup of water in, like, you ever seen those microwave caps? They're like a hood that goes on your food in your microwave.
Yep.
Put a cup of water or some type of container of water in there, and then put the White Castles in there while they're frozen, and let them steam up while you're defrosting them from the thing. And they'll have a totally different flavor than cooking them otherwise. And you'll get yeah, that's the closest you'll get to the Harold and Kumar White Castle experience.
Yeah. I
don't think you're going to get what's his face in your car, though.
With that?
I forgot his name.
A dude from Mother, How I Met Your Mother. I can't remember his name, but I know. Yeah, he's in the limo. I think a place here. Harris. Yeah, Neil Patrick Harris. I think a place here that's different. That if you guys in the area to try, and not even Arkansas is different, but Texas. Our Dairy Queens in Southwest Arkansas, East Texas, they sell Mexican food. So, like, I know some Dairy Queens only sell ice cream. Ours sells ice cream, chicken, steak fingers, and stuff like that. But if you go to Texas, they have the whole menu, all the ice cream, all the burgers and hot dogs, chicken, and they sell Mexican food. And it is interesting.
Ours up here are like the Coney Islands I was telling you about. So you get chili dogs, and it'd be like your Sonic, sort of. So it's like a Sonic ice cream place.
So so that's closer to how ours are in Northwest Arkansas is like the burgers and the hot dogs and stuff.
Yeah. I never eat there though.
Yeah, it's another nostalgia thing. Me and my dad's town was only 1,000 people. They had like 2 restaurants, but there was a town over, and they had a Dairy Queen, and my dad loved getting the chili dogs, so we would go there. But so I go to get like the little chicken strip lunch special, and it comes with ice cream and fries and chicken and all that. And it's not the best quality, but it's $5. And
in case anybody's wondering, Narx was typing to you guys in the chat. I don't have a StreamYard account, so I can't type to you guys because I never set it up. I've never live streamed, so I can't respond in the chat.
So I think you can respond in the chat, but you'll have to actually log into your YouTube.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think that's how they're communicating with us.
Because I couldn't find your stream. I tried finding it on the phone so I could link it to my Instagram, but I couldn't find the stream.
I don't know.
Oh, David, thank you very much for subbing to my channel. I hope you like the content. I'm open to suggestions and stuff.
I'm putting the trips link down there.
I'll find it. The trips.
Here we go. Yeah, they do. So they're cool. They have 3 people on their show, and they do a live stream weekly. They cook together. They talk.
Kelly, Eric, and Steve.
Yes, that's them. And they're great to watch. There's I don't, it's so easy to get in and watch all of these YouTube channels, and you try to support your community. In the food world, it's tough to keep up with everybody, But in the food world, I like to watch the trips. I watch Poppy Eats, and Report of the Week. He's the big one. Report
I've actually seen him before.
Yeah, he's probably the biggest. Well, I say he's the biggest. There's some very popular YouTubers from other things that do food reviews, and they get a ton of views, but they're not they do a lot more than just food reviews.
Well, that guy's got the whole shtick. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's
the suit and the slick back 50s hair, and
he's zoned in. Yeah, he's zoning on that character, and he's
He looks
perfected it.
young.
I
He
think
looks like
he
he's
is.
like 19 or something like that.
I think he is. Let's see. I think he's like 24, but he does look much younger. I was watching his old videos the other day because he celebrated his like 10 years of. He's been doing YouTube for 10 years, and he was celebrating that. And I was watching his old videos, and he looks like he's like 12.
Well, that would be perfect. That would be perfect for somebody like him. That food stuff is easy and accessible for anybody of any age.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he could just be on his patio goofing around with his phone. And
Yeah.
I mean, it takes a lot to do the car stuff because it takes a lot of money and like history with the stuff.
Yeah.
Even that,
And-
like I was telling you, like there's a huge gap where I didn't do car stuff. I'm just getting back into it, so that's why there's not a lot going on in the last 5 years. But the food thing would be like things like that. Like my girlfriend, she does game streaming. That's her thing. That's easy because it's a computer and you do your thing, and that's awesome that you guys can all do that. And it's such a portable, like market for you to be in. That's so cool that you could take off with that. You can go anywhere. You could leave and do whatever.
Yeah, the food stuff, and especially for me where I live, like I said, with all of the university and Walmart, we have more restaurant. You could probably literally, if you stayed within like a 30-mile radius, you could probably eat at a different place every single day and not have the same place
Wow.
in a year's time. So it's so easy to do the food reviews here. And like I said, my dream would be, since I'm 33, since I was about, I would say 10 or 11 years old, I've been obsessed with cars. It all started with like, the magazines and the Fast and the Furious and Gran Turismo and all those old games. And my town, cars are a huge thing. But I'm not in the financial situation. I live in an apartment. I don't have a garage. I have, your $200 thing of Craftsman. How many ever come in that set? I have that, and an Impact, a cordless Impact, stuff like that. But
that's good.
I have the resources or funds to make car videos, but I do have the resources to make food videos. And eventually, I would like to have an automotive channel, but the food is my, travel and food is my long-term focus. But I would love
hopefully the food will jump you into cars once you start taking off and getting bigger.
That's the plan, and it's, what month did you start YouTube?
It's been like a couple years, I think.
Couple years, okay.
Yeah. Let me hang on for a minute. What, David? I don't understand. I've got a video with a trick. Oh, I'm sorry. I misread that on how to remove some cooling fans. Cooling fans from what? Computers? I don't know what that means. Sorry for interrupting you, Johnny Clyde.
Oh, you're good.
I'll look through your videos. Oh, from cars?
Like the fans on the radiator, maybe?
I'll have to see what that's all about. I can't do it on any of these. Like this truck here is going to need a beefcake radiator to handle the engine I'm building for it. And then the Cherokees overheat all the time anyway. So I'll have to check it out and see what you got going down there. I'm always interested to see.
What's your thought on the new Jeep Grand Wagoneer that's coming out? Have you get to look into that?
I haven't. What is that, like the Gladiator?
I think it's going to be like, I'm not 100% sure. I think it's going to be a competitor for like the Escalade. They're like going all out on this thing, I'm pretty sure.
Really? Like, let me see. Let me look it up. 2022 or?
I think so. Yeah, it looks like the 2022.
Grand Wagoneer. Let's see.
So they're coming out this summer, but they're going to be
man.
2022 models.
Really? Good God. I'll tell you right now, I'm not a fan.
Yeah. I mean, it's not what I think of when I see it. When I think of Grand Wagoneer, I think the boxy with the wood paneling. You know, one of my classmates' parents had one, and I always thought it was cool. I still think they're really cool. But yeah, the new one. I think the only company that truck-wise that's doing great with the old is that new Bronco. Looks really cool.
Yeah, except for the E or whatever.
What's that?
Or no, it was the Blazer. The Blazer they bombed.
Yeah, that's what I think. That if you look at the Bronco and the Blazer, it's like the Bronco got like an A+, and the Blazer looks just like, you know, every other little crossover. Yeah, it's
there's Dodge killed it with the Challenger.
Oh yeah,
as far as like the retro, capturing that retro juice. They got it with that. The Charger doesn't look like an old Charger, but it's still a cool looking car. And then I even think I'm not a Ford fan really. I'm not. I like all cars, but I'm not like a Mustang guy. But I think the new Mustangs look okay. But the GM has had some issues in their design department for a while. I'm not a big fan of their styling.
Yeah, I don't like their new
Jeep
trucks.
Thing. No, the Jeep thing. Well, sorry, this is Detroit, so I actually know some engineers for the big three, and how was it explained to me is, and this isn't 100% what it is. Some of it's towing the company line. Is that once they get into the wind tunnel, there's sacrifices and stuff that have to be made, and really the wind tunnel dictates all of it. You know, like so the design. You can make it less efficient or more efficient. So the cool designs, like we'll say a 69 Charger had that recessed grille, you know, the headlights were set back into the, that's like the worst for aerodynamics. It's like horrible. Yeah. So they have to do all of these things to make these cars meet the EPA standards and do all this stuff, depending on their engine design and the transmission, all these different things, you know, to get the efficiency up and the mileage and the emissions down. Sometimes they just have to make them these smooth, sleek things. That being said, you can only do so much with the styling before it breaks out of that envelope. But I don't know. You know, if that's what they're trying to go for is I don't know, that this is where they make all their money. Because I mean, I'll say that they'll probably sell a lot more of these to a wider like range of people than the Wranglers, because not everybody wants a Jeep Wrangler.
You're talking about the Wagoneer. Yeah.
Just because it appeals to a larger demographic than a Jeep Wrangler.
I mean,
I'll give them that. I don't
down here. Yeah, I like when people stick with
trips.
You know, stick trips. I like when they stick more to classic, but like what you said, there's a lot going on. The EPA stuff, so efficiency, safety. I don't know. I remember, and this isn't that far back. I drive a 2013 Honda Civic. My first Civic was a 97. That 97 was a lot smaller than this 2013. And even then, you look at these little trucks like the Ford Ranger, the new Ford Ranger. You put that next to a Ford F-150 from the 90s, and they're the same size. The Ford Ranger looks like a full-size truck. So does the Chevy. What is it? I don't even know what the Chevy and GMC call their S10s now.
The
Colorado.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't follow.
They're big trucks.
Well, this thing, if you see on my well, maybe I didn't post it. Do you see the Rusty Ram on my channel at all? The red Dodge?
Let's see. Let me pull it. Oh, I don't have Instagram here.
Yeah, don't worry about it. It doesn't matter. It's a second gen, Ram, like the older Ram when they started doing the Mack truck style.
Let me see here. I'm almost there.
I don't even know if I posted anything on it. But the point really is that this is a single cab. This is just your full-size pickup. D150, half ton, just pickup. This truck next to that second gen, and this is considered a first gen, and they're hugely different. This thing looks tiny compared to that other one, and they're comparable trucks. They're in the same class of truck. This would be exactly the same. This would be the exact same truck in 1984 that 2000 Ram is in that market.
Still a half ton truck.
Yeah. And my dad's F-250 that he just bought, that 2021, enormous truck. I can't even hardly drive it. I ran into his Jetta the other day and climbed up on the hood because it's so long. I'm not used to it.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's it's crazy, and I'm not a fan of the way the new vehicles are going, the direction they're going. I do like what you said, like with Dodge and the Challenger. It's awesome. They got these huge engines, and the Challenger looks very similar to the old. Dodge is definitely the muscle car culture with their cars. Where Ford is. I like the Mustang, but Ford has stopped making all their cars except for Ford makes the Mustang, and they make trucks and fleet vehicles. They don't make Focus anymore, or the Fusion, or the 500. They stopped making them. They stopped manufacturing them, and so they're interesting. I think they've got better products than what they used to, and the styling at Chevrolet is just.
That new pickup my dad bought is all aluminum.
Really?
The whole body is, the entire thing is aluminum. I didn't even know that because I remember years ago, and I don't know how long ago this was, I remember they just came out with like the hood or the doors were aluminum, and people were throwing a fit, like, oh, aluminum crap. But now, apparently the entire truck, bed, body, like firewall, the whole thing, except for the frame, it's all aluminum.
Really? That's crazy. I don't know if I'd want that. I mean, so my family and my dad's side, we have a cattle farm. We raise beef, and accidents happen. You run into things. Things run into you. I just can't imagine an all aluminum, like what that would do on a farm.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess that they're doing okay, because like Land Rovers, they've always been aluminum all the way back. Yeah, so they would have a steel bulkhead, which is their firewall cowl area. They call it a bulkhead, and steel frame, but all of their body panels were all aluminum, and they use those forever. But it's a different type of aluminum than. There's all these different grades, and I don't really know that much about them all different. But you can hold a couple of different pieces. Like I've got some aluminum over there that's like this, I don't know, 6061. I don't know, it's like aircraft grade, but I've got some really cheap aluminum too. And just bending them, there's a huge difference in strength. Like the really good aluminum is really stiff and solid.
Really?
Really nice. Yeah.
Huh.
So
I guess that helps with efficiency.
I think that's why they did it, because of the weight. Everybody wants the bigger engine and more torque. I don't know if it's accurate or not, because I thought still aluminum is way more expensive than steel. So I would assume that to get the weight limit down and them to put all of this other stuff on it, that they probably just had to save weight by making it aluminum.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's interesting.
I'd love to go see your cattle farm, though, because I love livestock. Freaking love it, being around that stuff.
Well, we may be phasing out of it. So my grandparents on my dad's side, they passed away the year before the pandemic. And all their life, they grew up on farms. And all their life, they, as adults, spent managing this farm. And it's in a small town in southeast Oklahoma. When they passed away, we had, I think, 200 head of cattle and 1,000 acres. And, that was their life. But my dad doesn't care anything about it. My uncle enjoys it. But, when you have cattle, it's really, it was a great experience growing up around all that stuff. But you can't go out of town. Like, you have to be home, essentially. You have to be home, or someone has to be home that can help you pretty much every day, because a fence goes down, or someone might try to steal your cattle, or maybe you have one that's going to have a calf. It's really cool, but at the same time, unless you have somebody managing it for you, it is tough. So I think we're going to start selling some of the land this year. My dad sold all his cattle. We still have, what my grandparents had, and we sell the offspring every year. But, I think my uncle still has his, but I think my dad's going to retire and move to Mississippi, and I'm too far away. I'd love to live down there on the farm, but you're talking about a whole different world. This YouTube thing don't exist down there because the internet stinks.
Yeah, I was gonna say, probably got crap internet. Just like out here, I have no cell service for my phone out here.
Really?
Yeah, I'm right in the middle of all three towers, and there's no coverage in it. So it's like this circles that like are supposed to overlap, not here. So I'm like dead center in the middle of these three cell tower circles that don't have any coverage. So
yeah, I feel you.
David says that the aluminum trucks and vehicles ride better.
I
guess so. I didn't know.
Interesting.
Aluminum has a whole different type of rust issue associated with that. So with steel, rust, you cut it out and you weld it in, and that's all good. But the aluminum oxidizes into a white powder, and it just dissolves the aluminum.
Wow, that's crazy.
So, fun fact: you can't fly on an airplane with mercury on you. Like, they won't allow mercury on a plane at all, because mercury blows up, not blow up, explosion, but it dissolves, like powders aluminum. So if you were to drop mercury on aluminum, it'll just dissolve it. It'll just turn it into like dust.
Really?
Nice. Yeah. Then David will know. Yeah. It's like aluminum oxidation is really strange. So if you look on car wheels, you ever seen those car rims that get that kind of cruddy powder looking corrosion on it? That's like aluminum rust, basically.
Oh, okay.
So it'll just pit, but rather than the rust will flake off and dig into it, the aluminum oxidation just turns to powder.
So you're probably looking at some of these vehicles, they're not meant to be, owned for 20, 30 years.
The only way that you can fix that is with a TIG welder. You have to have an AC TIG welder to do it. You can't weld with it like a stick welder or a MIG welder unless it's AC, because you need AC current to weld aluminum. So not every guy on the corner can weld up your car for you if you have body panel damage.
Yeah, and I don't know a bunch about welding and aluminum, but I remember a friend I was talking about earlier who did all this stuff on his Hondas. He was always looking for someone who could weld on aluminum, and it was always like an issue trying to find someone. And that's what my dad was a welder when I was before I was born, and I don't know anything about it.
With steel, you're just melting steel into it, right? So that's how you're just heating up steel and putting it together. Well, with aluminum, you have an oxide coating. All aluminum gets a clear, transparent, super hard coating that protects the aluminum. If you scratch it, it'll form immediately. So it's really difficult. So DC current is just like your battery, like a DC and AC current. Well, you need the AC current to go into the aluminum, and then when it comes out, it'll like explode that that oxidized finish on the aluminum and break it off and allow the rod to melt into it. Because otherwise it just won't work. You can't get it to penetrate. So that AC current going in, you'll have like different settings on your welder to how much, it'll come back through and break it off and shatter that oxidized coating. And that was before there was all of these really cheap, like Harbor Freight welders and the AHP Alpha TIG that I got, Everlast, all the welders that everybody's got now on the internet. You had to have a really serious, like a Miller or a really hardcore high-end machine to do aluminum welding, because not everybody did AC stuff. Now they're a lot more accessible. That's why back in the day, it was really difficult to find somebody to weld aluminum, but now it's pretty easy.
Yeah.
I'm way better at welding aluminum than I am at welding regular steel. I don't practice enough.
Why is that? What makes the difference? What is the difference in doing? I mean, I know they're different materials in the AC stuff, but what makes the one process easier than the other?
I don't know. I think really with welders, people that weld, some of it is just like a feel that they have or a talent they get or something as to what it is. I can weld pretty good steel just because I've always had like a crappy MIG welder, so I've learned how to do it. But the way the puddle forms and the way that the material, aluminum rather, that's what I mean, the way aluminum melts and forms, I just have a better, I don't know, a feel for it. I can see it and understand it, and I can predict it. Yeah, Cletus, we are just better than steel, because steel is just, there's a lot of variations with how clean the steel is, different types of steel, what type of rod that I'm using, all that kind of stuff. We're just hanging out having fun, Cletus.
Yeah, we're letting the wings settle.
So I do have to go in like 6 minutes. I'll go at 10.
Yeah. Just whenever.
It's 10 o'clock here.
Oh, really? I guess we're 9. So we're an hour. Margaret's in there shooting whoever.
Well, I should give you my girlfriend's info, because then they could hook up and goof off.
Is she on Twitch?
Yeah. She's probably in bed. Well, she's probably just going to bed now.
If you'll, you can send me her username. I'll actually, Kaylee's, or Margaret, her real name's Kaylee. Sorry, I got.
No, I'm sorry. She just got a new mixer for for things, so she might still be on. Who knows? Let's see.
This is Margaret's.
Of course. Oh wait.
She's not streaming. My girlfriend's not streaming. She's practicing for a tournament. But when she does stream, that's her thing. But the wings, I'm feeling a lot better. We'll see what happens next time.
That's rough. There we are. Yeah, she was on today. I will see if I can send this link. How do I copy this thing and share via? Here, I'll copy it. Yeah, I'll send it to you on. I'll send you this in Instagram.
Sounds good. Yeah, maybe they can do some. Margaret, she's always looking for people to collaborate with, but it's hard to find. With Twitch is a lot different than. I just got that. Twitch is a lot different than YouTube. I feel like it's easier. You would think that it would be easier to collaborate on Twitch, but in my experiences, like seeing her trying to collaborate with people and me, it's a lot easier for me to get YouTubers together either like this or physically than it is for them. I guess they're up at they'll be up at like midnight and like late at night doing stuff where she works. She goes to work. That's her. Yep.
Okay.
She goes to work at 7 and has to commute there, so she gets at 5. So all these folks that are streaming at like midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning, she can't, play with them. She's got, 7 to 3. Oh my gosh, the wings are affecting me, Cletus.
You're going into Narx was trying to figure out like your carb load and your calorie intake and all of this different stuff. And so we figured that you would just be passed out and just be like, oh.
I was feeling real rough towards the end. You notice I went from eating full bites to half bites, and then the last one I bit into 3 different bites. I thought that would make it easier, but it was just tough. And, I'm not, as we talked about earlier, I'm more so about the review and, I'll try anything. But the eating a ton, I can handle some spice. But as far as eating a ton, I try. But it's mainly just for the show.
Hang on, I'm gonna give you a good review. Hang on for a second.
Yeah.
You're gonna love this. Let's see. Perfect. One too many.
Oh, don't watch them for 1 second each, David. Watch them all the way.
All right.
Okay.
These are the best.
Oh, yes. I agree.
Friggin' awesome.
My favorite is the grape, just like the grape and the strawberries. They sell them. They sell them in the big packs.
Individually, like you can buy the individual flavor.
Yeah, strawberry and grape. You can get them in.
Wow.
It's like a pack. Like a pack of it comes in the same size package that you would get like gummy bears. And I think they're like a lot better for you. They're like 100% fruit juice or whatever.
That's what they say this is.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. What you got there and the ones I'm talking about, they're both Welch's. I think they're eating those kind of things are a lot better than eating any other candy.
Dude, man, I've tried all of the fruit snacks because I don't know, I just like fruit snacks. They're just good, right? And I've looked for fruit snacks everywhere. All of them are garbage. They're like corn syrup flavored or whatever. The Welch's ones are the only ones that are fully legit.
And the Welch's ones taste the best too. There's no comparison. Yeah, the strawberry and the grape. Sometimes that's I do the Uber driving. Sometimes that one. That's berries and cherries. I'll have to check that out. I used to keep them in my car when I did Uber, and I would hand them out to passengers to try to get tips. But during the coronavirus, I had to stop doing that. But I'd eat them all myself too. But
did it work though?
Oh yeah. I used to carry around coupons too. Like I said, we lived near a campus, and there was this bookstore that would have these coupon books, and I would keep them in the car, and I'd pick someone up, and if they were going to dinner, I'd be like, oh, where are you going to dinner? And they'd tell me, and I'd be like, hey, I got a coupon for that place, and I'd give them a coupon. It didn't cost me anything. I'd rip them out one of them coupons, and then they'd give you like $5.
Nice hustle.
It's I also do it with the YouTube sometimes. I have a laminated QR code. And they'll be like, you'll be like, oh, hey, how's your day going? And they'll be like, oh, good. How about yours? And I'll be like, oh, it's good. I just got done editing a YouTube video. Then they'll be like, well, what kind of videos? And then you give them the thing, and then they subscribe. And it's a way to get subscribers if they're actually watching.
That's pretty cool.
Easiest positive change. I've heard that cutting out sugar is a huge life-changing thing. I'm very guilty. I don't eat a lot of chocolate. I don't eat a lot of cakes, but I do love candy, like fruit snacks. I love fruit snacks. I love like the little bottle caps, gummy bears, those Haritos.
Damn it, there's sugar in it.
Yeah, it's hard to escape sugar, even if you're eating fruit, like just strawberries. There's tons of sugar in that. It's like it's hard not to eat.
I think mostly, no, I could be wrong because people that are on diets will probably correct me. I think mostly they mean like foods with added sugar to it. I know that the hardcore people say don't drink fruit juice and things, but I think mostly they're trying to target like cookies, soda, that type of stuff, you know?
Yeah, processed.
But I don't drink soda. I don't like it.
Yeah.
But I do like some fruit snacks, and no one's going to stop me from that. You can pry it from my cold, dead hands.
Yeah, fruit snacks. They are amazing, and it's a great treat.
Too legit to quit. Hey. No, man.
Yeah.
So
with you on the soda though.
Yeah, soda. Well, I mean that Mexican soda is like all sugar.
Yeah.
All sugar.
And I grew up like we drank way too much soda growing up. I still drink a lot, and I'm getting to now where I still like it, but I can't. It's so strong. I can't drink it like I used to. Like I used to could just drink a Coke like out of the can real quick. Now it takes me like an hour to drink one because it's just so strong. Like all the carbonation. I do drink a lot of sugary drinks, David.
But stuff with Cletus, though, the fruit juice has like different things in it. You know what I mean? Like it's got like vitamins and minerals. Not saying that it's good for you necessarily, but it's a lot better than drinking like a Coke.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I didn't know until just recently, like a year ago, that Mountain Dew's main flavor ingredient is orange juice.
Say that one more time.
Mountain Dew's like primary flavor ingredient is orange juice.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't know that. I saw it on like how it's made on the internet or whatever. Then I was like, no way, right? Orange juice. Because I would have never thought that Mountain Dew had anything in it.
Yeah. I mean, Mountain Dew down here, that's what they call moonshine.
Mountain Dew?
Yeah.
Man, I missed that about being down south. It's all the moonshine.
Oh, yeah.
No one up here ever does any of it.
It was, I've personally never had it myself, but I worked at an O'Reilly's Auto Parts in a small town, and this guy would always bring moonshine to this lady I worked with. And he would bring it either like in a bottle or he'd bring it in a mason jar, and it would have like cherries. Like it would be full of cherries, but instead of like a juice or water, it was all moonshine.
Yeah, nice. One of my ex-girlfriends when I lived in North Carolina, her dad made it and ran it. That's all he did. And he showed me how to make it. So we would make it together, and we'd make it out of pig feed. That's what he would use for mash. Yeah, it was sugar and hog shorts, and then we'd make it up and stuff. And it was so good. So good. And some amazing stuff, man, but you don't find that up north here. All of the stuff that's up north has come from the south, like bar none. I've never heard of anybody ever making it here.
Really?
I think beer, though. Yeah, a lot of people up here make their own beer.
Yeah.
But
just the brewing stuff is popular, but yeah, I think
shine's illegal, so there's that.
Yeah. In a small town, I'm not going to say the exact place I'm from, but our local police department in my town that I'm from, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that I've never heard of anybody getting busted for making shine. Like in recent history, like, you know what I mean? Like back in the day, sure, my dad's family, that's how they lived, but I think it would be really down to volume, probably.
Yeah.
You know, if you were making like 1,000 gallons and selling it, then they would probably crack down on you. But I bet a gallon or two here and there for your own, you probably don't care.
I mean, yeah, they are, like I said, where I'm from, they can't even stay on top of the meth labs. It's like much less someone running some moonshine, and it's like, and it's, some people drink it, but it's not like, there's not enough demand, like what you're saying with the volume for someone to really get. I mean, if anything, if you got caught with it, they would probably take it and keep it for themselves.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, you were saying the meth thing. That thing's huge everywhere. It's crazy.
It is.
I don't understand it, man.
Yeah, I have. I know someone very recently that's kind of close to me. I don't support her actions at all, but it's like connected through family. She just had all of her kids taken from her, and these kids, they just got tested. They went from one family member to another family member to take care of them. These kids got tested. It's to see what grade they're supposed to be in, because they hadn't been in school for years, because this woman has been just on her own with her ex-felon boyfriend or husband, and they just move around like under the radar. So no one knew where they were at, none of this stuff. Well, then a situation happened. Kids get taken away. They go to another family member, and they're trying to get them in school. And the school says the 9-year-old can't read or write, don't know the ABCs, can't count to like 100. The 9-year-old's gonna start in first grade.
What?
And it's drugs. The parent the drugs. Stuff with Cletus said something about D-Queen. That's actually like 30 minutes from where I'm from. They actually had a bust maybe about 4 or 5 years ago, for a rooster, fighting the roosters.
Cockfights.
Yeah,
I guess I couldn't say that. Why did I just say it? You're trying to avoid it, and I'm just like, hey, you mean this? I'm an idiot. Yeah.
You're fine. That's what they call it.
I forget that we're actually live. It's just, it's almost like we're just hanging out. It's just funny. So
that's what I love about the YouTube Live.
Yeah, it's interesting. Did you watch any of my videos with you saw Jay in them, the machine shop guy?
No, I haven't seen Jay.
Well, I know that you're busy, so not everybody watches the videos.
Yeah.
But anyways, he owns the machine shop that I kind of work at and do a lot of stuff in. So anyways, I was working with him at his previous house, and he was working out of his garage, and we were doing like all this. I mean, the cranks these diesel guys would bring are $14,000 for a rough crank. They still need, and like $50,000 in water meth injection, super massive, expensive stuff. So $250,000 in these things. So we're in there doing this different stuff. We're in his garage doing this stuff. Anyways, I ended up I forgot what happened. Anyways, it doesn't matter. He comes up to me one day. He's like, do you know what happened next door? I'm like, what? And he's like, this place caught on fire. And I was like, really? He's like, yeah, the cops showed up and there was SWAT all over my yard. And I'm like, why? He's like, it was a meth house. I'm like, what? So we were all this money and engines and lathes and hones and Bridgeports and all this stuff, and like 30 feet away is a meth house. And we didn't know it. Yeah. But, so like, I felt like an idiot because I'm supposed to be, Detroit or something like that. And I can't tell there's a freaking drug den 30 feet away.
You never know sometimes. Sometimes it's easy. Sometimes it's low key.
We're so lucky that they didn't break in, because I've heard stories about people on that, and with all the stuff we had in that place, I can't believe that.
Yeah. And some of those people like on drugs and stuff, it's like they ain't even thinking about, they think about like, stealing this or that, but they don't really know what some of this other stuff is worth. Like we had to I worked my career, my whatever profession is accounting, and I worked for a place in Texarkana, and we had to actually put the chain link fence around our air conditioning unit with barbed wire on top of that to keep people from stealing the copper and stuff off the air conditioning unit.
That was a big thing here too. Yeah.
And then catalytic converters. I worked at Best Buy, and we all got to work one day, and all the catalytic converters had been stolen off of all the delivery trucks.
I've heard of that. There was a car dealership here in town, and there was like their lot was however big, and this one corner would just get swiped all the time. It'd be radios, cats, all this stuff. And that's where I found out later, because I don't do any of that stuff, that they had a lapse in camera coverage on that corner. And somehow someone found out about it. So all these people were targeting this corner. So any cars that got put there would end up with everything taken out of them.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. So it's probably an inside job. It's crazy.
It would probably have to be if they knew the camera things. But in Detroit, it was a big deal with the copper too, because there's an exodus out of Detroit where everybody left. So Detroit was like a ghost town. But there's really beautiful homes and architecture down there, like 4-story houses with like hand carved, you know, staircases, all the stuff. But they were ransacked for all the copper and the wires. And one guy that I know, he had a pretty nice house, went to work, came home. They stole his railings off of his steps. They stole his air conditioner. They stole the pipes going into his house. There's water running out on. They just cut them off. Like they stole everything that they could literally get. Just while the dude was at work. They come home and your steps are dismantled because all your railings are gone. For all the steel.
People are crazy. It's like that's how in Texarkana you can buy a house, and I'm sure it's this way up in Detroit. You can buy a house for $5,000. You just got to have someone. First of all, it's dangerous to live there in that neighborhood. But even if you don't have anybody living there, someone's going to come in and steal all the crap from the house, in the house, not just, you know, like you said, the copper, the wiring, and it's like some places are crazy.
In Detroit, they don't do this anymore, but for a long time it was $1. You could buy a Detroit house for $1 from the city, but you had, I don't know, 3 years or a year, I don't remember. You had a certain amount of time that you had to improve upon the property. Yeah, right, David, for real. I can't stand thieves. But yeah, you had a certain amount of time that you had to improve upon the house, or I don't know if you'd lose the thing or whatever it was, but no one wanted to live there because even if you put the money into it, it's just burnout houses and crack houses all down the row. And you can't have nice stuff there because it would just be gone. So one of the mayors, they bulldozed all that stuff, so it's not a problem like it used to be. But it used to be $1. Buy a ghetto house for $1. That's totally stripped with everything.
People would do it too. I know Margaret's mom did it, not in Detroit, but down here. And she thought it was a good deal and was like, I know you think that this is a good idea and you're going to be able to flip this thing, but ain't nobody going to have the credit to buy this house that you want. No one's going to want to buy it. That's essentially, you'll have people who want it, but people just want to rent it. And then who knows what's going to happen. And
what they did here is they gentrified areas by like groups of people would buy sections of this whatever, and they would fix up their houses kind of together and create like a small community, and then they would live there, you know, because they can't really sell them. They're not really worth that much. Take it easy, David. And then that community would grow from there, and it would kind of spread out, and they sort of rebuilt some of Detroit that way. It's time for me to go to bed too. I'm already 15 minutes past when I said I was going to go.
Same here. Al, sorry for keeping you so late. I really appreciate you. I really appreciate you commentating, and I appreciate you being a part of the rest of the live stream. It's
for sure.
It's always,
Narx did a great job. He did a really good job commentating.
I'm gonna go back and rewatch it because I looked over. I had Margaret with her headphones and typing on the screen. She would keep me up to date with some of the stuff. But
well, Narx kept asking her for updates. So
yeah, she was laughing the whole time. She was having a good time. She usually falls asleep during my filming because she eats and then films, but after she eats, she sleeps. So she'll fall asleep while filming. But tonight she was watching along. Yeah, she'll literally like I'll be sitting there and she's behind the camera, supposed to be watching it to make sure the focusing is fine, and then you'll just see her head just like hanging in. Like, I wish I could fall. I have sleeping problem. I have problems falling asleep. If she can fall asleep sitting in a bright room with someone talking at a camera,
that's funny. That's hilarious, man. Well, you know what? We'll figure on doing something cool like this again when it's not 45 degrees out here and I can stay out and not freeze.
Yeah, I can't believe it's so cold.
Yeah,
it was.
My girlfriend just sent me a message and she's like, "Good night," and I kind of got this hint that it was like she's like, I've been out here in the shop so much that she's kind of because like she hasn't even responded. She didn't even look at the crap I just sent her. She's like, "Good night." So
yeah, well, I'll check her. I'll subscribe to her Twitch, and then I'll get Margaret. Like I said, she's always looking for people to collaborate with, and it's hard. Like I said, it's hard to find something. So maybe they can get something going. I can hear Margaret in there. She gets all. You can hear her cheering on her team.
Nice. Well, my girl's dyslexic, so she's got some. It's hard for her to do certain things. Like, like if there's like a lot of fast text or something on the screen or really crazy stuff, I didn't know how weird dyslexia actually is. Everybody thinks it's just like reversed letters and stuff. It's way weirder than that. So she does pretty good, but if she's in a competitive group where everybody's like ultra extreme, until she gets the hang of the game and gets more familiar with it, then she's not.
Margaret, her stuff is pretty chill and casual. There's a new game store up here, and to help promote her Twitch, which is more casual and fun, to help promote that, she's joined this competitive team just to get some publicity for her regular channel. So she generally doesn't like play the super competitive. She likes to play more of the fun games where you can have. She's got chat going on her Discord and party chat and all this stuff, and they play like Phasmophobia, which is like a ghost hunting game where they're like ghost hunting, and they have like mini golf.
Pretty cool.
They'll play like Call of Duty and stuff, but all kinds of stuff. Nice. But it's mainly, just to have fun. And her competitive stuff, she doesn't stream that. They have a tournament tomorrow. She's practicing.
Maybe they'll get along. You never know. Weirder things have happened.
You never know.
We would play Apex Legends. That's a super extreme game. That's a cutthroat game. But you're on a team. It's just intense. But mostly she just goofs around with. She has a small group of friends that she plays with, and I host some game servers here out of some computers I've got at the house. So like Ark Survival Evolved. Like I don't know if you've ever heard of that. It's like a dinosaur.
I've heard of it. I've heard about it. I've never played it.
It's fun. It's like one of those survival games where you like start with nothing and you go get stuff and you build yourself up until you're like this freaking cyborg badass from being like a caveman.
Yeah.
But you ride dinosaurs.
That's Margaret's style of game. Her favorite games are survival games. 7 days till something.
To die.
It's 7 days to die. That's one of her favorites. You start with nothing and try to survive the zombies.
Yeah, I mean, I've got all those games and stuff. But if she has Ark Survival Evolved, she can just join my Ark server.
Okay.
And do whatever she wants. So it's always up pretty much.
Yeah. Well, she'll definitely check that out. I'll check it out. And like I said, she's trying to find people to play with, and everybody's got different times, schedules, and stuff. But she'll probably start focusing on that more. She really doesn't want to be in the competitive gaming. She's it's time consuming, and it's a different world than
those gamers are nuts.
Oh, they are. Yeah, I hear some of her stories, and I'm just like, I don't know. The YouTube world is a lot different than the Twitch world.
Well, the Twitch world is cool, except the like extreme, I don't know, competitive gamers. Those guys and girls are a whole different thing. But Jamie, my girlfriend, she can't stay up super late during the week either. So that might work out for them.
Yeah, sounds good. Well, I know it's already late there.
Yeah, I'm tired.
So
Hear my voice is starting to break. I only had my vaccine 2 days ago, so I'm like wiped out.
Oh, yeah. Well, you get you some rest.
Thanks for having me.
Man, I greatly appreciate you guys. I know it was like super last minute.
It's all right. I was in the middle of doing the go-kart thing, so I was like just about to turn my lathe on because I designed a part that I need to modify the front end on this thing, and I was like, I'll just go do my lathe, and I was like, oh, wait a minute, I got to run up the house for something, and it just so happened I took my phone. If I wouldn't have taken my phone up there, I would have never gotten this until it was too late. So then I was like, it worked out good. So it was meant to be that here we are.
Yeah. Well, you have a good night. I'm going to try to get this. I have an Ari's video that's already edited. So that may go up tomorrow instead of this one, just because it's already done. So we'll find out.
Can you imagine if I tried to pull off Bobby Succotash this long?
Oh man. It'd be funny.
It would have been funny. I would have had to I don't know, it'd have to be warmer out here or else Bobby Succotash would have froze to death because that's a lot of effort.
Yeah.
All right, man. I got to roll.
I appreciate it.
See you, buddy. Take it easy.
Have a good night.
You too. Bye.
Bye-bye.